Later.
Tip-tap time!
Do the wet dog wiggle.
Chattanooga, check in.
Wasn't that great? Oh, come on. Well, I guess it's time for the slam dance contest. You're in the rock pile. Oh, it's not dangerous. Look, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You gotta trust me on this. Slam dancing. Everybody's getting into it now. What you do is you get half the people and you line them up on this side of the room, and you get half the people and you line them up on that side of the room, and this is where the fun part comes in. Then everybody runs into each other and starts slamming. It's a lot.
And you don't care for the women?
Oh, come on now. This is gonna be a lot of fun. You gotta trust old Mel on this, okay? Now come on. You ready? We got two sides here. When I give the signal, we just start slamming. On your mark. Get set. Start slamming. Oh. Guess we have a winner in our slam dance contest. Here in the rock pile. And what's your name?
Mad Dog Melvin Brown, University of Michigan.
What was I saying, Professor? Yeah. I tried working with Alan a couple of times, and I just couldn't handle it. You know,
I'm going to have to shorten up some of these
pushed
clips.
his people to the limit, demanding everything, including blood. And talk about paranoia. God have mercy on his soul. He was one ruthless son of a bitch.
Remarkably, the pilot survived without a single broken bone.
I love this Negro.
You don't play Jesus like that! Fuck Bible camp! Fuck you!
You know the first thing I'm gonna do when I get out of here is get myself a hooker.
Well, I really kind of wanted. I just wanted to see my fucking cock.
Did you fucking look at me?
Yeah, what's going on, nigger?
I'm going to start at the top of the page. Meticulous. Yes. Methodical. Educated. They were these things. Nothing extreme, like like anyone they buried, there were days of mistakes, laziness, and infighting. And there were days, good days, when by anyone's judgment, they would have to be considered clever. No one would say that what they were doing was complicated. It wouldn't even be considered new, except for maybe in the geological sense. They took from their surroundings what was needed and made of it something more.
Flop. It's a flop. Hi, Frederick.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? How you doing, guys?
Pretty good. I'm frankly
Hey,
embarrassed.
welcome to Rex Hex and Apex Show.
What?
You guys got a good name for a show.
Yes, thank you.
Did your mothers conspire to
that's
call you that before you were born in order to
All
create the
things.
show?
We were separated
No.
in utero, yes.
Yes, we were separated. We're all related. We found each other.
Okay. Well, it's not to say that genetically we're all related. We're at least 17th cousins.
Yeah, we are.
You know, there's only one race, the human race.
There you go.
Right, Hex?
Amen. Praise Jesus. Yes. All right. So we have
That's
a
creepy.
special, wonderful guest, of course, the great Frédéric Guimont. Am I pronouncing it right?
Close. It's Guimont.
Guimont?
Guimont.
Yes.
Thank you.
French.
It is French. That's why you don't pronounce the last T.
I proclaim him to be the Comixgate French Jack Kirby. That's my
I'm not going to dispute that, Apex. I don't think I deserve it, but I'm not going to dispute it.
I mean, I've seen your work, man. Especially that one. I think it was that double page spread. I'm sure you have it on your graphics thing. But yeah, it overlooks the city, and he's over here crouched down on his aircraft, waiting to jump into action. It's right there.
Yeah. You got to have your cityscapes and
Love it.
Give depth to the scene. I mean, that's the initial idea for the superhero was I wanted someone who could fight amongst the skyscrapers, kind of like Spider-Man and Batman, someone who would be up in the middle of the city in heights and all that. So that's kind of the initial thread of the story.
Yes. There you go. RATEL.
Let's take a look at. Oh my God, was my mic muted the whole time?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, hear me now.
Yeah, you're all good now.
Unfortunately, yes.
I was saying stuff. Oh no. Hello, everybody.
We love
That's
Katie.
all,
God bless
folks.
you, Katie. We love her.
Darren M in the house.
I was saying stuff, and then Apex repeated it. And I'm like, why is he repeating the same thing I said?
Hello, creative.
And my mic was muted.
I didn't know that. God, it's osmosis.
It was the most
man.
profound thing he ever said, too.
I know, right?
Always.
If you guys had only heard it, your lives would have been changed by now.
Right.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Like a little Douglas Adams there. I discovered the meaning of life, and then the world ends.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of succeeding in an absolute sense and then it just being over. It's like
I think a lot of comic creators succeed in a vacuum.
Yeah.
And they're overlooked.
I'm sort of like that.
Yeah. Are you saying I
kind
suck?
of like that anonymity? Okay.
No, I
Because
really no.
What are you eating on
succeeding
screen?
Besides
Besides
in a
breakfast?
vacuum.
That's why we're all on YouTube.
I don't
right?
want to see it. I was just
Get our
wondering
stuff
what
out
it
there.
was. Nobody wants to see it, really.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Sunday
Pineapple
with
and
peaches.
peaches.
And, it's a banana split with peaches and blueberries and whipped cream. I know it's melted by now, but
burge.
breakfast of
Tasty
champions.
Yeah.
Good
You
morning,
gotta keep
Mr.
that up, man.
Breakfast.
Gonna fly now.
Yeah.
feel like a super villain this morning. I'm like,
Ooh,
soon RATEL will be funded and the comic book will be printed.
Oh wow!
I knew you were Blofeld. I just knew it.
God. That's
Just
a
need to put on
Blofeld
a few
cat.
pounds.
That's awesome.
James.
Yeah, I mean, first step to taking over the world is to get a fluffy cat, right?
The world is not
Classic.
enough.
Exactly. Not enough. I must conquer it all. Don't have me. Hit that like button and share the video up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, check to make sure you still are.
Yes, please
Where
do.
are you located, Frederick?
I'm subscribed.
Quebec. So
Quebec, okay,
it's
Canada,
like
Quebec.
New York. The capital
Oh,
of Quebec is also called Quebec. It's a
So
city.
you could greet us in French.
You
Oui,
could.
monsieur.
Oui,
Bienvenue
monsieur.
à
Sacré
Rex,
bleu.
Rex et
That much.
Apex. Abonnez-vous, likez et tout et tout.
Sacré bleu.
Yes.
Yeah, all the French that I know,
cartoons.
all the French I knew, I learned from the X-Men comics.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And Russian and German. Yeah.
And
My
what
French
was
is
the
Gambit.
characters speaking all that?
Gambit, right?
Oh no, like for the
Cajun.
what's his name? North Star.
Oh, North
And,
Star.
and his twin sister
Aurora.
North Star,
Alpha
and
Flight.
Alpha Flight. Yeah, they hung around in X-Men too.
That's true. They did.
Right. John Byrne worked on them for a while.
And of course, Nightcrawler's German, and
looks like tomato juice for you, Frederick.
Nightcrawler. Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Looks like tomato juice for Frederick, perhaps.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
What's that about tomato juice?
Yeah.
Oh
what
no,
you're drinking.
this is actually a kombucha. So it's orange colored, orange.
Don't you curse at me, sir.
I
don't know what that is, but it doesn't sound, yummy.
That's it's a fermented drink, but without alcohol. So.
Wow. Is that?
Oh, you got to add your own alcohol to it. Yeah.
You always have to add your own alcohol.
And I got my my slurry here. My
slurry.
Nice.
That's the blue Star Wars milk.
The blue sludge.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. So where were we? I was about to show the RATEL video trailer here.
So cool.
So let's take a look at it and jump in here.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Thank you all so much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate Frédéric Guimont. I'm just gonna call him out tonight because I don't know. I want to make everybody else jealous, and also he's got a great name. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
Frédéric Guimont. Okay, that is actually.
Oh, geez.
See, I really like that. That's cool. Damn, that looks really cool, Frédéric.
Frédéric, what are you working on right now, man?
Breaking Bitcoin. Laughing at the speech. Even at the high field. The wizard is a fool. Simple by the time. Complex by that. Bitches and fixes. Money is out, but some prefer to play with JPEG scams. Tonight is permissionless.
Yowza.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There you go.
RATEL. Yeah. What a concept.
Yeah.
Frederick, what made you want to connect Bitcoin with your superhero comic?
Well, I was just myself
hello.
really pretty much very much into it. Like at the time I created the comic, I was like 7 years into Bitcoin. I really enjoyed the kind of culture and people who are among that space. And it just kind of made sense as a resource for a superhero, right? Bruce Wayne has Wayne Enterprises that finances all his Batmobiles and, Batwing and all his tools and gadgets. And I figured if a superhero could have access to Bitcoin, he could just buy all the tools he needs, and it would just be an easy explanation for how he can build up an arsenal of weapons.
Yeah, that's the ultimate resource.
Yeah, it keeps him anonymous as well. He can't be tracked through bank accounts, and he's kind of fighting the banking system here in Canada as well. So pushing back against the tyranny and corruption of dystopian Canada.
I've always wondered though about electronic currency. What if the grid goes down? What if all electricity goes away? You're done then.
Well, that's what everybody says all the time, and I've never seen that happen. I mean, the same. Like, do you think your dollars would work if all the electricity went down? Everyone's on debit cards and credit cards.
Everything we'd be back to sticks and stones.
For Bitcoin, you'd have to bring the electricity down in every country across the world and keep it down, which, good luck with that. Because as soon as it can go down locally, right? It could go down in one spot. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Right. The grid comes back up, everything syncs up again, and you're back to business.
But if you're talking about a solar flare that's like a planet killer,
massive.
Well, if we're all dead,
who knows?
Won't have any Bitcoin either.
It wouldn't matter at all anyway.
Died with a Bitcoin in his mouth.
These are apocalyptic scenarios.
Yeah, we really need.
I'm always as a futurist, I'm always thinking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's why he lost his hair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's just that's just the lighting.
That's
lighting. That's a nice dome, sir.
Fine. You're fine. Nice crystal ball.
Yeah. You don't even look like you're on Earth, Hicks. I don't know what you're worried about.
I don't think I ever want to come back.
Hex Allen, the only host of these wonderful shows that was tragically lost in a transporter accident.
Wow. Yeah.
And decided not to come back.
I know it's stuck. I did have that function, but
why am I behind your icon? You just don't want to see my face today. I got you.
It's to keep you anonymous.
Hey, I'm trying new stuff here. There we go.
Trying new stuff here, but it's not working, sir. It's not working. Don't put me behind the Dorito, the blue Dorito.
Cool. You got a little flying ship there.
Yeah, man. So you got 193%, 84 days to go, and let's see if we can get this guy to $1,000. By gosh.
But it's not just you, is it, Frederick?
About what?
It's not just you behind this book. You have a whole team, right?
No, I've only got a colorist with me.
A colorist, okay.
Okay, that's nice.
What you're looking at, page 1, the cover right here, this is something I colored, and I was not satisfied with my colors. I'm redrawing this one to fix a few details on the page, but it's going to be pretty much the same composition, just a little bit upgraded. And my colors were taking a lot of time, and I was not very much satisfied with the results at the time. So I found another colorist who was working with he also does Blue Shack Comics, his coloring. And he's also happens to be a Bitcoiner. So I brought him onto the project, asked him if he was up for it. And after reviewing it, he said he would, he'd be interested. So he colored half the book so far. And when he got to the half point where the superhero puts on the mask and flies over the city, as you were mentioning Apex earlier, he was like, dude, okay, you got to send me the other pages now. Now I'm pumped. Because the first half of the book is, it's kind of the background, the civilian scenes, it's kind of the setup. And once you get to the halfway point, that's where the action starts and the fun.
You have to kind of settle that environment, don't you? Settle it in and establish that.
Yeah, I mean, as an artist,
Little
I'd
backdrop.
love nothing more than just draw kung fu fights all the time. But
Right.
you
Oh,
gotta
this
give him a reason to fight.
You know,
Yeah,
I
this-
like the platform. It's almost like a little shield helicarrier, or I'm
Yeah.
reminded also of the sort of Green Goblin skateboard device that was in the
It
Tobey
looks
Maguire
dangerous.
movies.
It has that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
don't think I could
Mhm.
have the balance.
I like the danger that he could accidentally miss step and get in one of those blades,
Oh my God! Right?
Or
cut him
just
off
like,
at the knees. You know,
Oh, that'd be
or
nuts. Those
just hit
Furbies
an
flying into
obstacle
Yes.
and run into a wall. Uh,
Yeah.
and I've
Ratel,
seen
the only
videos.
amputee
I've seen a
superhero,
video of a guy who built
except for
something.
Box.
I've seen a video of a guy who built something exactly like that. And
hmm
so it's not sci-fi. This book is a book that's going to feel like sci-fi, but everything about it is kind of like every modern thing that exists today in this world, but is not necessarily distributed evenly out there
But
yet.
now you said dystopian. So is this in the future, or does it take place
No,
in your?
it's dystopian Canada. Canada's already dystopian.
Okay, so this is
They
present
are.
day. You would say present day, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it actually takes place 2 years ago, 2023.
Let's get back to the
Okay.
angel wings.
Yeah, and there's a.
I want to go back to the angel wings here.
Oh no, let's talk about the trucker revolution. Look at the trucker.
Oh man, yeah.
Truckers are the real
Yeah,
heroes.
yeah.
How
What's
long
up
did
with
it take you
the?
to draw those angel wings, man? Ain't they're hard to draw?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. Some of these pages took a week to get done. It was just.
Wow,
But I
I'm
have
so
I'm surrounded by
by it.
beta readers and supporters who are pushing me to, draw. Billy Bobsack, one of my co-hosts on Proof of Comics, was like, "Yeah, you got to draw all those feathers, boy, and that chainmail." I was like, "Okay, but he's going to be in one panel of the book, and that's it."
That's it.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
That's
Is this your
amazing,
first
man.
campaign, Frederick?
Yes, sir, it is. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
that's
drawn
great.
comics in the past, but I've never done something where I've written and did everything on it, and I've never done crowdfunding before. So this is the first time.
How
That's
did you
really
get into
cool.
comics?
Well, I was kind of born into comics.
Yeah. What was your gateway drug? I guess I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, so living in Quebec, I grew up with a lot of the European bande dessinée, and
Mhm.
it was in my
Oh,
parents'
yes.
library when I was born. It was not, the comics in the French culture are as present as books. Like everyone has a collection in their bookshelf. And I had a few of them before I could speak English. Like I had a few of the Marvel stories as well. They had reproductions of Amazing Fantasy number 15. That's the first appearance of Spider-Man for Eric July, if you're listening. And also Iron Man and Captain Marvel for some reason was in there as well. And so I grew up loving those heroes, those characters, and grew up wanting to draw comics like Garfield, Calvin and Hobbes, and all that. And my dad was in the army, and we moved on to an army base later where I learned to speak English. And then I got into the G.I. Joe comics very much. With G.I. Joe number 21, it was a silent issue that kind of blew my mind with what you could do with comics. You're like, wow, you could tell story with just pictures and all that.
With no words, right?
With no words, man. Issue 21. It's I bought a reprint recently. I wanted to get a real one, but the real one is very expensive now. It's a prized collector's item, but they reproduced it earlier this year, or was it last year? Anyway, I bought a couple of copies, sent one to my friend, and so ever since then, when I was 16, I got into Punisher, Spider-Man, and then it went crazy overboard. I bought everything. I wasn't even reading them anymore. I was buying it for the art, and I was I was set on becoming a comic book artist. I was working every day, every night, all the time, until I wore out my wrists and in pain and agony at night from inking all day with these Hunt 102 and 103.
Oh wow!
So I was dedicated. I even submitted my application to Joe Kubert School of Cartooning.
Yeah.
They came back to me saying I was one of the top 3 applicants that year.
Cool.
But unfortunately, living in Canada, my parents didn't. Here, everything's kind of free. You only have public colleges. So no one has any funds for sending your kids to college, let alone paying the rent and all that. So it wasn't really an option. It wasn't a realistic option to do that. So I went to a local college art school where I had some good classical classes as well as some really bad modern art classes. So I had a little bit of both, but it gave me a good foundation. Started working comics for a private client, did 3 issues. Then that didn't work out. Tried to do my own thing back then. It was before crowdfunding. That didn't work out. And then I was starting to get like really into debt and could not get out of it doing illustration and artwork. It was really rough to live your life with that when you don't have a name yet and all that. So I had to do kind of a detour and get into web programming, kind of like work as a developer for a long time, and put a little bit of money aside, discovered Bitcoin, and now I have a little bit more of a cushion and a little bit more in a place where I can take the chance again with comic books, and crowdfunding exists now, so that helps a whole lot as well to find your
How did
readers.
you discover the crowdfunding part of the distribution of comics and the funding?
Well, I mean, I discovered it online with Comixgate, right?
Oh, nice.
And independent people. I mean, I was aware of all the Kickstarter stuff when it was happening, but I've never had like a following. I was never like a huge name. I was never out there. Like I didn't even have a show until last year. That's when because I didn't really have any concrete project before. So I was into web programming. So I was mostly talking about that and focused on that for a while. So I wasn't building like a following around comics or anything.
Right.
So it wasn't until a year ago where I was like, okay, now I'm set with this project. I need to get out there. I need to have a show as well.
Hey, Doug.
Like John says, grab an oar. You want to be promoting other people. If you want other people to promote you as well, you got to be part of the network. So started my own show. It's a tiny little show, but we got guests on. People are very willing to come on and talk about the project, regardless of the size of your show. A lot of times,
Absolutely. I mean, their followers kind of follow you and over to your channel and discover you in your channel. I like that cross pollination that's going on YouTube. And you have, did you have like any DC comic influence at all? You've talked about Marvel.
Yeah, very little. I was always super open-minded. I checked out DC continuously, but it never resonated with me.
Yeah.
I was very art focused. So splash panels, anchor images, what they call, when you have a big image that kind of breaks out of the panel to draw your attention on the page, like this one here. The lady here, that's an anchor image, right? You're flipping through the book and this jumps out at you.
Oh, hello.
So I was very much
resonated
with Marvel a whole lot.
Yeah. Do you think just it's more realistic universe than DC was?
Oh,
I bet it is. That seems.
I always thought DC is like it was hokey.
I haven't seen enough DC to compare. It felt realistic in the sense that the characters had real life problems. I mean, Spider-Man has to fight Doc Octopus, and then he has to come back home and pay the rent and get his photos into the the newspaper and all that.
Yeah.
So they have very much real life problems. They're fighting super villains, and then they have relationship problems at home. So in that sense, yes.
So is this pretty much origin story, laying the foundation for this character in the first issue, or what?
Yeah, exactly. It gives you the base storyline of
there it is.
how he grew up.
Oh, that is so cool.
Hey, Shadowpunk.
You can see the color version
Hey,
on my website. I should probably update the color, but this is to sell the original art. I'm selling 3 pieces of art on the campaign as well. I don't know if people are buying original art much, but I figured I'd offer it.
Well, I think it helps, I think it helps the campaign dramatically, if you have original artwork. Do you work digitally at all? You do, don't you?
No. Only the colors are digital.
Okay.
So I do everything traditional. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even a question. Like I said, I'm 49, so when I started,
you don't look that old.
Thank you. It's CGI. So,
no, what's the name of this girl? This
so
character?
she's a Russian spy. Her name is
Meatballs.
Razum. Yeah, she's
Razum.
got a fur coat, fur
Meatball.
shoulders.
Remind me
Look
of
at those knockers.
those meatballs. Yeah.
Look at those meatballs.
So
Zesty meatballs.
she's kind of the possession of the evil overlord of my book, which I call Bankman. He possesses her as a psychic spy to spy on his enemies and competition. And she just grew up in a mind control program to use her powers like that. And she's just trying to get away from him. So she escapes, which is not hard when you're a psychic spy. You can control the mind of the guards and all that.
Yeah.
But so Bankman has other henchmen that are Shaolin Kung Fu fighters who have an iron will that cannot be bent by psychic powers. So he sends the Tiger Twins after her.
The Tiger Twins.
To try to retrieve her. And,
That's cool.
These guys.
Oh, these guys, huh?
Yeah.
The Tiger
Everybody
Twins.
was kung fu fighting.
Tiger Twin powers activate.
Exactly.
Form of a Bitcoin chain.
I want some Bitcoin. Give me some of that Bitcoin. God damn it.
Exactly.
Yes, it's the Black Medusa.
I noticed on your YouTube channel you have
is
art.
This Deborah
stream.
Wilson from Mad TV.
Yeah, so on my channel, you can see pretty much the whole book being drawn. If you go through my live stream and look at the thumbnails, you'll see the different pages at different stages, like pencil. Like the very first live stream I did, and I had like a weird square frame right in the mid image, which is kind of ruins it now. But I keep it up there because the very first live test I did was me laying out page 1, which is kind of a nice start to it. So from the get-go on page 1, I started live streaming my production.
This is X-Men Storm if she had a bad day.
Oh, yeah. A bad hair day.
Yeah. So she has long rastas, and she's not a Gorgon. She's not a true Greek Medusa. She's actually a Haitian girl who learned voodoo from her voodoo priestess grandmother.
Cultural appropriation.
Exactly. I'm appropriating all the cultures. Come and get me.
Yum, yum. Eat them up. Eat them up. Yum, yum.
And
Man, she's gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah, you see her just as a cameo in book 1. Like she doesn't come into play yet, but we're laying the foundation. I wanted to, place the characters that are going to, place the pieces on the board, so to speak, for the upcoming books.
Wow. That'd be a great poster.
Yeah.
Shadowpunk says this is great. The black and white animation of that woman moving around is amazing too.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Some grok imagine there. It came out 1 week before I started working on my trailer, which just was fortuitous timing. And when I saw how, it kept all the blue line frame, so it still looks like a drawing that's come to life. I thought, wow, that.
Where do we see that?
How did you come up with this great character, and did you design the logo?
Yes. So the logo is basically, I just took a nice cyberpunk looking font.
Yeah, I like it. It's very easily read.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's that? Is that katakana?
So the katakana just repeats RATEL. It's just RATEL in Japanese.
Okay.
So it's
RATEL,
redundant,
RATEL.
but I figured, first of all, the creator of Bitcoin used a Japanese name as his cover, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Right, that guy, yeah.
I'm announcing today a new character. He's called Rucola. No, not really.
So it fits with the roots there. Yeah.
So RATEL in French means honey badger, right?
Correct. So honey badger is the mascot for Bitcoin. It's the animal you find in Africa that just challenges anybody to a fight, whether it's a lion, the king of the jungle. It's like he doesn't care if you're king. He's a honey badger.
Yeah, honey badger don't give an F, right?
Is this a new character? Have you lived with him a few years? Has he developed him, or how long? When did you come up with the character?
This is freshly new. So I came up with them. Yeah, I have the exact date. It's December 13th, 2022.
Really?
So close to 3 years ago is when I got the initial spark of the idea. The drawing, I'm looking at it right up here, pencil drawing that I kept. And then I started building, and it went through a lot of transformations. I mean, the first year I was writing the script, I was getting the idea for the world and supporting cast, and then the costume was changing every time, right? I was just trying to get, and I had not drawn for like a couple of decades because I was always doing illustrations on the computer with vector art, vector drawings. That's what was my focus ever since I got into web development. So I had kind of hadn't been drawing actively. So I figured, okay, if I'm going to get back to drawing comics, I got to warm up. So I was drawing as many pinups as I could, penciled inks, and I was trying to just as fast as I could to put as many out, iterating, changing, drawing villains, changing the costume, trying different things out. I mean, his first version, he has like a motorcycle helmet on, right? To give you an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it evolved into different versions, and then it kind of stuck with this. And I've been that's the one I really like, and people have been resonating pretty well with this.
Do you think your web development, the work you did in that, had an influence whatsoever on this?
I don't. Well, it certainly helped with the tools because I became kind of like a really a pro with vector graphics, which is the tools that are required for lettering. So lettering really was not a problem for me. I got a book on it with all the important details and all the pitfalls you can get into. So I made sure I did my homework, but like in terms of like knowing the application, I know it back and forth. So I can jump into the vector program and do whatever I want really quickly with it. So that definitely helped. It helped with creating the logo, the honey badger logo that's on his chest. All those things helped a lot.
Is the honey badger, excuse my ignorance, but is the honey badger kind of indigenous to Canada?
No, not at all. It's an African animal. It's only because it has nothing to do with Canada. It's because it's the mascot for Bitcoin. Him being a Bitcoiner has the affinity with the honey badger. And the honey badger is fearless as well. So when he goes to prison the first time, well, the only time, he's like stricken by fear. Like he's just a computer geek who was living in his dad's house. And like he gets sent to prison. He's out of the water, like a fish out of water. He's absolutely stricken with fear. So he kind of prays to God to take his fear away. And an angel is sent and just takes his fear, and he overnight becomes
this guy,
fearless.
right?
It's cool.
This is the angel.
That's the angel.
Okay.
So if he has anything supernatural, it's just that his fear has been taken. That's how he can get on a hoverboard and fly over the city with no seatbelt. He has no notion of fear, and you're going to have a backlash to that as well. Like
like Daredevil, the man without fear.
Yeah.
So there's definitely Daredevil aspects. There's Batman aspects, Spider-Man aspects. All
now,
those.
Does he have superpowers at all, except for that? No fear.
No, none of that. So it's very much closer to Batman in that sense that his gadgets and his know-how and his wits. He's very skilled hacker, so he's good at computer security. He can do like online detective work and things like that. So that's his resourcefulness, is exceptional skills, but nothing supernatural in terms of powers.
You mentioned like this takes place 2 years in the past, and that it's sort of dystopian, and that dystopia is happening in your country now. We don't always pay attention to everything that's going on in Canada. We get bits and pieces. How would you describe your country now, present day?
Well, I mean, the lockdowns were the most frightening aspects of it. That's why the truckers are very much part of this story. The truckers were the one that fought against the mandates. Here, if you did not, take the woke poke, you were not allowed to go in restaurants. They were talking about closing access to food altogether. They were,
no poke, no poutine.
This isn't during the pandemic?
Give me my poutine.
Is it during the pandemic, or is it post?
It's just a year or two after. Yeah.
Okay. So you're still seeing the fallout from all that.
Yeah. And so one of the things that happened is the trucker protest went to Ottawa, our capital, and they were branded terrorists down there. And a lot of people risked their jobs. A lot of people couldn't buy medication because the government closed down their bank accounts. So what happened is people started give send goes, Kickstarters to fund it. But you know what? None of that money made its way to the truckers because the government intercepted it.
I remember that.
The only money that got into the hands of the truckers was the Bitcoin.
Well,
no one
nature
could steal
finds a
the
way, and
Bitcoin.
so do people. Often go to black market and extreme means and extreme times, almost like America in the 30s and Prohibition. Speakeasies and bars popped up all over the country due to the prohibition on alcohol.
Yeah. So a man that goes by the name of Caribou took the Bitcoin donations from around the world. So BTC Sessions, a Canadian Bitcoiner out west, sort of started the rallying cry, and a man by the name of Caribou went on location and gave all the truckers an envelope with the information how they could take possession of the Bitcoin, how it worked, and just to give them kind of an introduction. And that was the only money that got to them.
So you, as a real life Bitcoin owner in Bitcoin, you're invested in it. You would say that this sort of informs the reader what Bitcoin is and how it's used. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Exactly. It's not. This is not like it's not a preachy comic. I'm not trying to sell you with this, but I'm showing you how it's used, like in the same way that Batman has multi-corporation. The Batman book's not about the corporation. It's it's about crime fighting. It's there. It's in the background. It's how he gets his the logistics of his crime fighting done. It's it's an important tool. Obviously,
absolutely, yeah. It gives you
it's
liquidity
kind of
to
more
do and develop.
Exactly, but it's more in the background. Like it's not the focus of the book.
Would you say that your character is kind of an entrepreneur then?
Not in the sense that he's like an entrepreneur would be very much part of the system. He's very much a vigilante. He's not trying to start a business. He's not selling anything. He's already acquired his wealth. So he's just full on vigilante. He's spending at this point. So he's spending to buy parts. He's a DIY guy. So
is your character a man of faith?
Yes, he is. Yes, very much.
I have a question about your art. I mean, how do you ink your work? Do you use Hunt 102s, or what types of ink do you use for your paper?
Yeah, not anymore. Like I really despise the Hunt. Like I was telling you, like it destroyed my wrists when I was a kid. I got tendonitis. I went to see doctors because for longest time I thought I couldn't draw anymore. So what I discovered now is the Tombow calligraphy pens from Japan.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Those are, I love those. You have no idea. We have to be nice to Japan, folks. Come on. You don't want to trade war with them.
I love
Japan. Pens
I just got a whole grip of them. So
I got a bag of 50.
Yeah.
And I need to make sure I got more in case the electricity goes down.
Are they like different colors or just black Tombow pens?
Just the black ones. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Frederick, are you forgot my question. What were your inspirations artistically?
That's a good question. Like my favorite artist of all time, Old Man Yelling at Clouds. My favorite inspiration.
He's yelling at RATEL, get out of the sky, get out of the
sky.
Get out of my sky.
Get off that contraption.
You damn teenagers.
That's air pollution.
My favorite artist of all time is Mark Silvestri. I really love specifically the work he did during his Wolverine. Like I think he matured on the Uncanny X-Men, and then when he hit Wolverine with not Al, but what's his last name is Green.
Al Green.
Is it Al Green, like the singer?
Dan Green.
Dan
Green. Dan Green.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking of the singer.
I'm like,
there you go. He stopped inking and went into music.
Yeah, Dan Green inked a lot of stuff over there at Marvel. Avengers being some issues.
He inked some Jim Lee work. He inked Silvestri. And when the pair were working together on Wolverine, for me, that's the peak. That's what I find the most beautiful. I have his whole Wolverine run now.
I agree.
And I just find that absolutely sensational. I also love, obviously, I got to shout out Todd McFarlane, huge inspiration, really to drive home the importance of having dynamic positions on page, screw the, anatomy, and the realism takes a backseat. You have to know your anatomy, of course. You have to understand how to build something realistic, but that's not the main focus of a comic. No one comes to comic books because they want a realistic looking thing. They want something that's exciting first.
It's something I call comic book logic.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree.
So I have the top three. First is storytelling, then action, excitement, and then realism. That's how I order those three in terms of importance, because realism is important. You want to get it as realistic as possible so the world feels lived in, but never at the cost of excitement,
Absolutely.
Because people will say, well, you could have, one of the criticisms, if you scroll back up to that page, one of the criticisms I got is, well, how do the Tiger Twins get such a long shadow like that? Where's the light source? I'm like, you're asking the wrong questions, man. This is
Al.
This
That's what it is.
I told my lighting guys, put the spots right there. It's like movies. You want to make it look exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cinematic. Entertainment's what it is.
Yeah. And that's the double page spread. If you look on my website, ratelcomic.com, it's on the homepage, colored by Ross Campbell. It's so fun.
So this is all just hand drawn, right? The buildings and everything, right?
Say again, Apex.
Was it all your buildings were like all hand drawn, correct?
Yeah. So this one, so I did use the projector for this because it was, I was going to do it by hand, but
that's hard.
The third, no, I would, even if it's hard, I would do it.
Yeah.
The problem with this is the third perspective point, because this is 3-point perspective.
Yeah.
It would fall way below the drawing table. So it was just not feasible.
Okay.
So I use as a reference for Montreal the Google Earth images, because you can place the camera at whichever angle. You have the 3D architecture. So if you look at the prison that we were looking at, the page with the angel, that's a 3D Google Earth image, but I didn't project it on that one. I just looked at it on the screen and then drew it on the drawing table. That was fine. That was an easy one to do. This one, I used a projector. So I got the image, screenshotted it, put it on another computer, plugged that to a projector that was high up near the ceiling, dropped that on the drawing. I even took pictures of that. I might put it in the book to show how that was done.
Please do. I want to see how you do it.
Yeah, a little making of page or two, I think, would be nice at the end of the book. And so this is the only image that was traced, but it was like hand traced and hand inked.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Good, man.
Yeah, I really, that one, I wanted this to be, because this is the center of the book. This is his virgin flight. This is where he goes on the board for the first time. So this was like the money shot almost,
I mean, for tracing it like that, I'm a terrible tracer. I'm awful at it.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It's so easy to some people. I draw freehand better than I do tracing. That's just me. I'm just goofy that way. But yeah, the way you put it out, it's remarkable.
Dude, it took hours and hours, and you're not sure where the line starts and the line ends. You're like, okay, it goes here. Where's that come from? And the shadows are not this clearly defined on a Google Earth image. You have to decide how the shadows fall, which areas that you're going to completely fill in black. There's a lot of work that goes into it as well.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
But it's an incredible resource. It would not look this realistic without that tool.
You're right. I gotta get a projector.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. I'm loving it, man. That's gonna make a cool freaking poster, wouldn't it? I mean,
you said lots of iterations, lots of redesigns on this character to make him what he is today, the sleek figure.
So that's a perfect example, because if the one we just saw, he's got the little tiny ears. So I call there in a couple of versions, and I kind of decided I was going to get rid of them, and so the rest of the book he doesn't have those little ears, which I kind of saw as folds in the leather of the mask, but everyone's saying, no, you got to bring back the ears, man. Which is
even
good.
I, dumbass as I am, know that this is an Akira. Are you impressed, Hex?
Homage.
Akira,
Oh,
it
man.
is.
This is like
I love Akira.
probably one of the best homages I've seen. Yeah.
I have to agree. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Great
So,
attack.
Love that movie.
Sorry, Frederick,
Yeah.
didn't mean to cut you off, but I
no,
just
please
had to
do. Please do. I
rib,
mean,
Does he
rib
have-
Hex Allen
does-
about this. That he's
if you're
not
going to
the
give me
only one that
compliments, you
hosts-
can cut me off anytime.
So does Rattel have
Hey, Ash.
a motorcycle hidden somewhere in his lair?
Yeah, he has anything money can buy. He can get his hands on. So,
cool.
But it's not in the first book. And
All
if the thing with the Akira cover, because Akira, he has a red and white pill on the back of his T-shirt, of his leather coat. Sorry, and one of the symbols in Bitcoin is the orange pill, right? You know how you have red pill when you're kind of awakened to the conspiracies. The orange pill is what you call someone who's learned about Bitcoin. We say he's orange pilled. That's where the orange pill on the
and I
coat
see
comes from.
What do you think about
the orange
blockchain?
motif on the website too?
What do you think
sorry,
about
again?
blockchain?
Well, blockchain is the underlying technology in Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what Bitcoin is made of. So that's what makes it work. The problem, a lot of people just say, well, we're interested in blockchain, not Bitcoin. Well, they're missing the point, because blockchain is absolutely useless outside of Bitcoin. There's no use case.
It's like
for
the
blockchain.
skeleton of it, or it's like the nervous system, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you're saying, where we really like your skeleton, but the rest of your body's not really interesting. So
It's a meat sack. Yeah.
Yeah. So
meat sack.
It's super important. And the thing is, I don't call it the blockchain in the story, because the character is faithful to the creator, Satoshi. Satoshi called it the time chain. So, so inside the book, it's called the time chain, which is the appropriate, the name that the creator gave it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all the time in the book is described in block height. So every 10 minutes, there's a new block, starting with 0 in the year 2009. So kind of like, where you're watching Star Trek and it's Stardate 2596, in Rattel, all the time is listed in block height. So that's going to give you like a sci-fi feel to it right there as well.
Dude, you're edging on $1,000 right there, man.
I know,
You're just edging.
You're edging on 2,000.
You should be doing better.
A couple of backers today before this stream ends. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, what a unique concept.
Yeah, we're very close. We got $371 in Bitcoin, so add that to it, and that takes us to $1,300, I think.
What do you think? What do you think? The future for Bitcoin is?
I think everyone's going to be using Bitcoin. Just like, remember in the early 1990s when the internet came around and everyone says, why do I need the internet? I got a fax machine.
Or why do I need a smartphone?
I miss those terrible noises.
2007. That's what I said.
This is where we're at. When you go to a Bitcoin conference, everyone pays in Bitcoin and they're so filled with joy. Like when you pay using your phone, you take a picture of the QR code, you send your amount, and it's instant, and your payment is done. Because this is the thing people don't understand. Bitcoin is electronic cash. We're used to paying electronically, but we're paying electronically with credit cards or debit cards. That's not it's not cash. It's a promissory
Something that can
note.
be hacked, easily hacked, but Bitcoin is not easily hacked. Is that
No
correct?
one's ever hacked Bitcoin. That's the thing. It's been around since 2009, so we're talking 16 years now, and it cannot be hacked because of the way that it's built. The fact that you need an incredible amount of hash power, which is how you measure the power of the network with Bitcoin miners, it makes it not profitable to hack Bitcoin. If you have computer power that's strong enough, it's more profitable to mine it than to hack it. So it's built in it's so ingenious.
I'm going to give you a freebie, Frederick. A villain that tries to hack the system within your book. a
Oh, yeah.
master hacker
Oh, yeah.
that he
I
has
mean,
to confront.
they've already hacked the system in 1913, right? When they created the Federal Reserve and
Right.
took
Yeah.
control of the monetary creation in,
Mm.
all countries, like all countries that have central
Yeah.
banks work this way. They're printing debt. They're printing paper that
By
represents
fiat.
fiat.
That
Yeah.
has nothing really behind it. Not
Yeah.
even silver or gold anymore, really.
Never since Nixon took it off the gold standard, and
Mhm.
they seized all the gold in, I think, 1933.
Well, you seem to know a lot about American, at least 20th century and up, American history.
Well, I'm preparing myself to become a future American. When the 51st state gets ratified.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
was
be
gonna say,
great.
are you
Oh,
gonna
you're
be
gonna move
moving?
to Greenland. Got it.
Oh, you can stay
Greenland.
here. Stay where you are. We'll come to you.
Yes. 51st state, Canada.
I mean, if they do, when they do that, it's going to be the biggest freaking empire the world has
We'll
ever
all
seen.
move down to the
will.
Gulf of America.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I came down to Nashville last year. I went to Nashville, and Donald Trump was giving a talk and announced that he would create a strategic Bitcoin reserve.
Yeah.
I was there in the crowd when he announced that. And
Is
that was
Bitcoin the strongest? Because I know when it first took off, they said you could have had $2,000 a Bitcoin, and at the end of it, you would have had, at the height of it, if you'd sold your Bitcoin shares at the height of it, just $2,000 worth of Bitcoin, when it first took off, you could have made like over $700 million.
Yeah.
$2,000 investment.
Yeah.
I was dumb.
If you sold at the right time. That's the thing about, I guess, Bitcoin, almost like a stock share, right? You have to sell it off at the right time to get the maximum amount.
In the terms of seeing profits, you can compare it to stock shares, but the comparison it gets useless because you're like, when you're talking about selling it off, you're talking about you have the best money that's ever existed, and you want to go and trade it for fiat again.
Right.
For like paper money that's printed by central bankers. Why would you go back
what I'm
to
hearing from you is this is
inferior
like a
money when you've
hedge.
got the superior? You just hold the superior money when you have it.
So this is almost like a hedge against the future, like insurance. Like if you had a gold reserve, you don't spend it unless you're in dire straits, right?
Correct. You don't spend Bitcoin unless it has a significant positive impact on your life. Like you're building a family, you're getting a home, you're doing, you don't spend it on trifle stuff, which changes consumer behavior.
And around where is Bitcoin selling for now?
Right now, it's at $115,000 for one Bitcoin.
Ooh, oh my God. I remember when it was like, 20?
Yeah. And it's only going up, it's because you're measuring it to something that's printed infinitely. Like every time Congress says, hey, we have a whole bunch of useless stuff we need money for, they create bonds, and then the bankers use those bonds and they just print money out of thin air. So they devalue all the dollars you have in your bank. All the dollars that are measured to pay your salary are now devalued because of those things that Congress voted on. Wow. You cannot devalue a Bitcoin. There will only ever be 21 million. So if you want to get Bitcoin, you got to buy it. And when everyone rushes to buy it, there's a shortage, and hence the price goes up.
Supply and demand.
Wow. Sheesh.
That's the superpower.
I need to get my Bitcoin.
Well, at first there was also, especially after it went up so high, and it has been at record highs. I think it came down off that a little bit, but
there's a 4-year cycle.
Fluctuates. Yeah.
It's a 4-year cycle. So it goes up 3 years and then goes down 1 year. So after
why
it goes
is
down,
that? Why is that?
Well, that's because of the halving. So Satoshi designed it so every 10 minutes, a block is like a page in the ledger, right? So I want to send Bitcoin to Apex. I send my transaction out there. A miner takes it, creates a block with it, which is like a page in the ledger. And if he wins it's like a computer contest, a computer race. If he wins, his block is accepted. He gets a block reward.
Oh.
So in the first 4 years, the block reward was 50 Bitcoin. Back then, 50 Bitcoin was worth 0. It was worth nothing. So it's like getting a high score in a computer game. You had 50 points of nothing. But today, obviously, if you kept it, it's huge value. And after 4 years, hence the 4-year cycle, there's an event called, so every 210,000 blocks, there's something called the halving, which automatically the program decreases the output by half. So it went from 50 to 25. So the next 4 years, every 10 minutes, miners would get 25 Bitcoin as a block reward. Then
It sounds like to me it's almost like stock splitting. You get
no, because stock splitting is
the value goes down.
It's the opposite of stock splitting. So
okay,
what happens is it's meant to mimic gold. So at first you get a lot of gold when you start digging gold, and it's the first value. But the more people dig for gold, the less gold there is, and the smaller amounts are brought into the market. So that's what it's meant to do. Right now, like we have 98% of the Bitcoin that's ever going to be mined is already mined. So from here to the year 2140, we're going to be mining the last 2%.
Oh, wow.
So it's
how
just
high
going to
do
go.
you think that this will go? Do you see Bitcoin like for one coin being worth $1 million?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's no brainer. People have, because it's the hardest form of money, so it's going to absorb the wealth of everything slowly over time. People have evaluated Bitcoin to possibly be worth $10 million a coin.
Wow. So how long do you think that you will, it'll take the public to really warm up to this being everyday way that they do business?
I have no idea, because it's a complex, we're living in a complex ecosystem. Right now we have hedge funds are buying Bitcoin. BlackRock is investing in Bitcoin. They've got the ETFs. So people have been selling their gold ETFs for Bitcoin ETFs now. So there's already a transfer from the old system to the new. And there was even an article where they were calling gold the physical Bitcoin now. So the narrative is beginning to switch. So, it's hard to tell. Like, I've steered away from making time predictions because they're always wrong.
Right.
All I know is I know who's going to be the winner, and I'm just, holding on to it, and we'll wait and see how long it takes,
Absolutely.
Fascinating.
So how are you introduced to Bitcoin?
I had an annoying friend who kept pestering me to buy some. He had a code that would give him like $10 worth if I bought $100. So I was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, I will. No, I haven't bought it. Oh man, shut up. All right, I'll go buy your stupid $100, man, just to shut him up. And that was early 2017. So I got 0.1 Bitcoin for $100, which is worth like $11,000 today.
Wow.
And I bought it at the perfect time. I bought it on the 3rd year of the cycle. So it was just about to do the obscene peak towards the so it was going from 1,000. So I think it was March. It was at 1,000, and Christmas, it reached its peak of 20. So I was just riding that high during 2017.
And how did that make you feel? And did you take him out to dinner afterwards?
He took me out to dinner, if you could believe it or not.
Okay. Well, he probably was more invested in it, right?
Yeah, he was more invested. It made me feel like a revelation had happened, because I was lucky enough to have the government seize my bank account a few years before that, which sounds like, why were you lucky to have your bank account seized? Well, because it made me understand the value. It's like when I saw Bitcoin, I was like, hold on, no one can seize this? Like, if I get into financial trouble again, the government cannot just make a phone call and seize it like they did in my bank. That's a nice hedge. That's a nice thing to have safely stored away. So I saw a value in it. And also being somewhat of a programmer myself, I was able to understand the value, the security in the cryptography, right? Everything is signed cryptographically, making it impossible to falsify. So I was like, I was in a unique place to understand that this was real and not a scam. Because everyone, when you see something that gains in value so fast and in such a that gives a euphoric rise, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, this has to be a scam. This has to be something to it that I'm not seeing, and I'm
The
too
bottom
late.
just hasn't fallen out yet.
Yeah, so it's been 16 years and the bottom still, it's still going up. It's just it deflates every 4 years after the halving cycle, but it keeps going up over time because it's the hardest form of money. It cannot be falsified. It has all the properties of gold, plus you can send it over the internet instantly. So
That's great.
There's no competition to this one. This is the winning horse that you want to bet on.
So is it started by one person and then sort of passed off to its backers, or who maintains all this? Who keeps the engine running?
Good question. That's a super important question. It was started by Satoshi Nakamoto. It sounds like it's one person, but it could have been a group of person behind it. Like we just don't know, because he was very thorough at keeping his identity secret. And after 2 years in the project, he was like, okay, my work here is done. Bitcoin is secured in other people's hands. I'm going to move on to other things. And so he left the code to developers, and everyone can run the code. So the way Bitcoin is secured is in a decentralized fashion. And that means everyone that wants to participate runs the code in their home, and they are a node in the system. So it's like a hologram. Everyone has a copy of the ledger at home. And the fact that everyone has a copy all across the world in different countries, across borders, that's what makes it indestructible. Because even if you take out a country, other countries around it still have copies.
Yeah.
So even now we're seeing the code has been seized by participants who spam the network, and the people who are running the program are like, yeah, I'm going to update to your version. We saw what you did. Bitcoin is attacked on all fronts, but the fact that it's decentralized, the people who are running it, so the power is in the people who are running it. And we've seen there have been attempts to seize Bitcoin on every front. Like they call it anti-fragile, because every attack makes it stronger. And we see the fact that it's decentralized in people's hands. You can still run the oldest version of the code, and you don't need to get the new versions. And that's what keeps it true to its origin. And
So
why
how do you think the impact, I mean, you think what Trump's doing with Bitcoin, I heard that he's more in his family money is more in Bitcoin now than real estate.
Well, that's a smart thing, because eventually real estate is being used as an asset, because when you're living in a fiat world, you can't keep your wealth in dollars, because it's just going to melt away like an ice cube in the sun. So people have to buy assets. That's why people are buying stocks. That's why people are buying houses. It's just to maintain the value. But you're only maintaining your value. It's not even increasing. And stocks, if you measure stocks in dollars, stocks are going up all the time. But you're measuring in a unit that's decreasing in value. So what's going up is measured in something that's going down. If you look at the value of the stock market in gold, it's barely flatlined. Stock is not going up. It's actually slightly going down. So these are things it's hard to understand, because we're so used to measuring in dollars, and we lose sight of the fact that it's decreasing in value all the time.
Due to overprinting and abuses and
Exactly.
and
Yes.
then also world events.
It's the overprinting that's the real devaluing of it, because if you just dump the market full of something that has
Well,
value,
they say we're due for a reset, and the Democrats have preached preach that within this country to reset the country. I think more socialistic, communistic way is the way that party would like to go nowadays. But we're kind of built on capitalism within America. Is this a capitalistic venture, you think, or a global?
Can you rephrase the question? I'm not
Or is
sure. I
that
understand.
beyond that? Like Bitcoin is kind of like a kind of in the spirit of capitalism, but
Oh yeah,
globally.
100%. I mean, it's
Yeah.
about having, because it's Bitcoiners say that Bitcoin is the only real possession, because anybody with guns,
Even though it's virtual, you can't.
well, it's
It's
not
not
virtual.
physical. You can't touch it.
No, you can't touch it, but it's not virtual because it's very real. You can verify it at any time. We kind of
It always has value. Something.
it's always there. Like if you don't move it, it's always going to be there at the same exact number. We kind of interchange digital and virtual. So Bitcoin is digital. That's true. It's electronic, it's digital, but it's not virtual. It's very real. You can verify it in everyone's node, has the exact number of
Yeah.
Bitcoin that's
And
under
we
your
were
control.
talking about the grid. The grid would have to go down worldwide
And
for
stay
really
down.
Bitcoin to be affected like everything else, right?
Even if it went down worldwide and it went back up, Bitcoin would just run back up and all the nodes would sync again. Because the way it works is all the nodes are talking to each other and they're like, okay, let's compare nodes. Okay, these are all the blocks that have been
What is
verified.
a node? Are you talking about the people that own it, or
Yes,
what's a node?
a node is just a computer running the Bitcoin program. So
Okay.
it has all the ledger. So if you start running Bitcoin at home on your computer, you're going to be downloading all the transactions since 2009. And you're going to have a copy of the ledger like you were your own bank. You have every historical transaction and every new one that's created every 10 minutes, your computer is going to be verifying, okay, is this one valid? Let's look at all the transactions. Let's look at the cryptographic signature. This is valid. This is not. So I reject the one that's not. I accept the one that is. That's what a
How
node
did
is.
the pandemic affect the worldwide pandemic of COVID affect Bitcoin?
So the price went down because Bitcoin is the most liquid asset. So when people need money real quick, they sell their Bitcoin first because it's the most liquid thing you can get. And at the same time, China banned all their miners, so all the miners had to sell their machines, and they moved to like Kazakhstan, and they were sold throughout the rest of the world. So there was a dip momentarily, and then it just slowly went back up and started making new heights again. So it'll go down momentarily.
So how do people collect the Bitcoin? Is it through their own coin wallet? Is that how it works when you store?
Yeah, exactly. So you have a wallet, which is just an application, and your wallet will create a key, and that key can be recovered using 12 to 24 words, depending on which version you use. So that's what happens in the book. So my hero creates his wallet. It's in the form of 12 words, and he's memorized those 12 words, right? And then when he's taken to jail, they seized all his physical machines, but he still memorizes the 12 words. So when he comes out of the prison, he just goes back to a computer, enters his 12 words, and he has access to his funds again.
How long have you been associated with Spectre?
Nice James Bond reference. There you go.
Yeah, of course.
Because he has the white cat.
He does.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful cat.
Yeah, I love the James Bond mythos, especially
I
the
do
old
too.
Sean Connery, man. It's so
Yes.
What's kind of your take on the current? I think they destroyed James Bond. I don't think he's coming back. I think so much of our entertainment
cut his
today has
balls
been
off.
destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, it started with Casino Royale, except Casino Royale, they were just starting the incision. So it's still a really good film, in my opinion.
Is your country doubling down on stupid recently?
Oh yeah, dude, it's like tripling down. There's a person whose house has been broken into multiple times, and so he put up security cameras, and the police came and told him he has to remove his security cameras. So if you know, if you want to beat stupid, like that's the thing to beat. Like, how stupider can you get?
Yeah, you seem to be more falling on the conservative side of things, and I think Spider-Man was kind of conservative. If you think
Yeah.
about it, I read something on that yesterday, and then I think you know, just because we kind of focused on Steve Ditko, and he was kind of like into Ayn Rand, and kind of instilled that within that character, and Blue Beetle and others that he worked on, and he did kind of talk about protesters within the comics from time to time, campus protesters and other things within the storyline. That's kind of, but Marvel tried to retcon that recently with Rebel, you know, within the last decade, and have him soften up his position and really turn the character on its head to where Peter Parker was unrecognizable within the storytelling.
Yeah.
So,
Oh god.
They're destroying. It's like Marxism killing all the heroes, right?
Yeah.
They have to. They're tearing down the statues, and our modern day statues are superheroes, right?
do you see
Comic.
your modern superhero here in RATEL? Do you see him as a sort of like someone that just common everyday Joe on the street might aspire to be to as a sort of role model, positive role model?
Yeah, exactly. That's. I mean, the literal reason I got back into comics was when I stepped into a comic book shop. I saw a super beautiful James Bond book, hardcover, even with, you know, the silk, you know, bookmark built into it. And I was like, wow, this is cool. Like, let me buy a comic. It's been a long time since I bought one. And I read it and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot we're living in a woke world. They removed all the beautiful furniture in MI6. Is he MI6 or MI5?
I think it's MI6.
Yeah, MI6. So they removed all the chairs because they wanted to do budget cut down, and he was in like a cafeteria plastic chairs. I was like, are you kidding me? And they barely allude to him hooking up with a woman. He like starts to hook up and she's the bad guy and she gets him and all that. I was so pissed. I was like, okay, this pisses me off. I'm getting back into comics. I'm gonna like not just complain. I'm gonna make something, and that's when I got the drive to create something, which led to
a lot of people would say that he's sort of a chauvinist pig. You know, especially in the late '60s. You know, they were kind of really that's where it hit the skids here in America, where like your testosterone driven chauvinist pig, you know, but Bond kind of breaks that mode. I mean, kind of based on real life people, and it is fiction character, but I always liked Bond because he was like a man's man, almost like John Wayne in the movies, where you could be proud to be who you are as a man, you know, and within the family, within society, the civil society. Seems like since Bond came out and other you know, John Wayne's have aged out and died off, and role models like that society's been in tailspin, and that we have reached that dystopian moment where the fruit of the communist seeds that were planted back, you know, in the early 20th century, because this has not happened overnight, it's happened over a century in America at least.
Exactly.
And we're not going to get rid of it
in all
you
the
know.
countries.
I think technology, like you're talking about, can kind of expedite us purging the system, but I don't see a lot of countries purging the system. I see them doubling down on stupid and getting deeper and deeper in debt, and also into the minutia.
Some are fighting back. I heard that Nepal just burnt their burnt their White House or something.
Yeah,
really?
Gen Z burned down their parliament because the prime minister banned social media.
So
where was this? Where was this?
Nepal.
Yeah.
Nepal. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah. I mean, it's almost like when Black Lives Matter come into their own neighborhoods and burn their own businesses down. Those businesses aren't going to come back. You're going to be a depressed area. You're only hurting yourself, and yet they do it in a revolutionary cause. Trying
Yeah,
to,
I mean, they took away our role models, male role models. They told us equality of the sexes. You can't open doors, and so they took away the protect. So they basically told men, stop protecting women. You got to treat women as if they were other
don't
men.
open doors.
Here, I'll show you guys a role model. Here's
and then they
a
brought,
male role model right here.
Oh God,
immigration.
please
They
don't. It's
brought,
working. Oh my God.
they brought
Have you guys ever been on Marine 2?
Marine 2.
Marine 2.
No,
He's been waiting on this. It's been.
I have.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah,
We're
I've been
fine.
inside. I've been inside.
It's like a helicopter.
And that
Marine
came
1,
in.
I'm sorry,
That
Marine
came
1.
in the presidential helicopter in Eisenhower's day, didn't it, Hex?
Nice.
This is oh yeah, Eisenhower. But this is Reagan's here.
It's Reagan. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Were you
surprisingly
at the Reagan Library?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Just a few weeks ago.
How
Oh
cool
wow.
is that?
Oh, this is the inside.
And I was on Marine Air Force One.
Oh, Air Force One.
You could go inside, and Marine 1 is incredibly small.
President
Inside.
Quantum,
It's
you're
tight,
looking
really
very
tight.
dapper there.
President
It's
Quantum.
tight.
Right on. It's our next leader.
Air
guy.
Force One is really cool. Yeah, I have pictures of the interiors as well. But this is me.
Hey, it's President
behind the Oval
Quantum at his
Office.
desk. Yeah.
President Allen.
President-
Is this sort of a replica of the Oval Office?
No, this is Photoshop.
Okay, Photoshop. Okay.
Really?
The Marine 1 and Air Force 1 was real. That was real. And also I got to see the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I snagged one of the scrolls, and I took them home with me.
How
Good
dare
for
you?
you, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lies, all lies.
I'll have all the photos and videos and make a slideshow on to put
I'm
on
going
YouTube.
to put you in a clay jar and hide you in the earth for 3,000 years.
Yeah. Yes, you just call me Kazam.
Kazam. Yeah.
Call you
Because I'm a
Dream
genie. I'm a genie.
I've never seen that movie.
That's right. I'm a genie now. I used to play basketball, but now I'm a genie.
Nobody
There we
believes
go.
that, not with that.
Sounds a little like
That
I
had
had to
nothing
do that
to do
before my battery died. So there you go.
Okay. Excellent.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Let's play that video one more time.
Let's do that because we had people
been
in the
an
chat
hour
asking
since
about video. So yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Where
Let's
is it?
play that. It's a great one.
Gumon, Gumon, They'll be chanting your name here.
Gumon.
Much for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciate Frédéric Guimont. I'm just gonna call him out tonight because I don't know. I want to make everybody else jealous, and also he's got a great name. Thanks for coming on, everybody.
Frédéric Guimont. Okay, that is actually a really cool scene. I really like that. That's cool. Damn. That looks really cool, Frédéric.
Frédéric, what are you working on right now, man?
Wow.
Breaking Bitcoin. Miners. Laughing at the speech. Giving up the high fear. The wizard is a fool. Simple by design. Let's lie back. Bitches and fixes. Money is out, but some prefer to play with JPEG scams.
Frederick, but
Spectacular.
beyond your influences of Mark Silvestri, what are some other influences that you think have kind of made their way into your art style?
I mean, McFarlane for sure. Jim Lee. I mean, of course, Moebius and the European.
What about this one?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, no,
No,
Maybe not so much, huh?
No,
Not
Gretchen
anymore.
in my book.
What
No
about
Gretchen.
Jacques
Yeah.
Kirby? Jacques Kirby?
Jack Kirby? Yeah, for sure, man.
Jack Kirby.
The old book.
Yeah,
Jacques Kirby.
I
grew
think
up
the
reading-
recent assassination in America I think that shakes all of society and even the financial system. Did you see Bitcoin react to any of that at all during that time?
No, currently it's.
I
it's
take
very-
it you monitor that every day a little bit, or do you?
Oh yeah, I got my eye on it for sure. I mean,
Mhm.
but right now it's going. We peaked at 120 not too long ago, 123, I believe. Now it goes back. It's like it hit the ceiling, and now it's just like hovering on the ceiling. It's just waiting to pop. So we're just kind of looking at it. This is the longest it's been below its average. So it's just aching to go higher right now. So we're just waiting. Usually,
Why do you think that is? That it's been
because of the you could see the historical graphs of it and the average price and how long it's been, and because of the cycles, we kind of know where we are in the cycle.
How much do you think? I know this goes beyond national borders, but how much do you think that what Trump's doing, and I mean, or just what, because he's invested more, like I said, in it now than real estate.
That's huge.
How much
because-
effect does America have on this? Because we are kind of like the leader in the world's currency.
Yeah,
And all other nations kind of follow suit.
America's the leader in Bitcoin right now. Texas is huge. A lot of miners in Texas. Incredible. Like I know some people in Montreal who repair miners. They go down to Texas from time to time to do repairs. And so it's huge. Bitcoin, when Trump was elected, when he was, as well as when he was sworn into office, the second mandate, just blew up Bitcoin. Like
So American elections do have an effect, do you think, to a certain degree?
Yeah, when he was elected, the night of the election, the price just flew high, like instantly. So
Do you think that was kind of like public confidence coming back?
Yeah, it's people
financial
wanted to
reasons?
see what are going to be the because Biden regime was very much anti-Bitcoin, very much anti. They wanted to get rid of it because it's something the government cannot control. I mean, it's like it's gold, except unlike the seizure of the 6102 Act of 1930s, you can't seize Bitcoin the way you could seize gold. You can't just go into people's house and seize it. Like you can keep Bitcoin in 12 words in your head. How are you going to seize 12 words in people's heads?
So if you let's say you're an American citizen, okay, because we got 3 Americans here, and you're up in Quebec. If you sell that, how does the government tax it, or do they, that wealth?
Well, yeah, if you sell it and into fiat and bring it back into dollars, that's a taxable event. So just like anything, it's what do they call it? It's just like property taxes, just like you would sell your house or you would sell stock and things like that.
Now, could you turn that wealth like into a Roth IRA that's not really taxable? I guess you could do that, right? From one thing to another, you don't necessarily have to turn it into cash.
Yeah, but that's like saying, did you know you could turn your American dollars into Zimbabwe dollars? You could do
Right.
that.
You wouldn't want to do that.
Why would you ever want to do something like that? So it's kind of the thinking.
So when do you sell Bitcoin? When it's just at an all-time high and it makes life better for yourself?
No, you
Is that
never
what you're
sell
saying?
Bitcoin. It's
You never
generational
sell
wealth.
Bitcoin. So what's the value in Bitcoin if you never sell it?
It's generational wealth. We're back in the point where you can actually leave your children and your legacy an incredible value that will follow their family for years to come, generations to come.
Yeah, I gotta make sure my wife watches this stream, this video later.
Absolutely.
She's very reticent about Bitcoin, and I've been trying to convince her for years.
This will be the episode to have her watch.
Yeah, this is very very
Darren says
informative.
capital gains. That's the term exactly.
So on your hero, that's kind of a role model of positivity and kind of like a James Bond in his own right, or a Batman that's very wealthy, is invested in Bitcoin. So he's into the wave of the future, even though this is set. He's fighting the dystopian sort of Canadian tomfoolery, I take it. Is this a story arc that's going to be going on? When does this wrap up? Is this an ongoing series? What is this?
I'm seeing the first part as a 4-issue miniseries, like a lot of comics started. Like I want to have something that has, an end in sight, at least for the first arc. I call it the electric arc, the first 4. So I'm seeing it as a 4-issue series to start with leaving the door open to continue. If people are wanting more, and
because crowdfunded comics almost have to be one and done, or they can have threads to another issue, but we're not on a monthly basis anymore.
That's right, exactly. It's not the same thing. Yeah.
So you have to kind of rethink how you tell a story, right? As you can't leave a cliffhanger for like a year or two. People are going to lose interest or forget.
And the first issue, it concludes in a positive way. Like you can read the first one and you're in one sense satisfied that things have an end, and at the same time the door's wide open for the next chapter. So it's kind of a little bit of both there.
So kind of leaves a positive thought in your heart and your mind after reading it.
It's not a cliffhanger in the sense that it's left in a perilous place. It actually ends in a positive note, but at the same time, something else is weighing that wants to bring you back into the story with the next.
Are you really betting on that Bitcoin is going to be sort of the world currency in the future? Is that correct?
It already is.
Yeah, I mean, I see it's the natural evolution. Like people who discover Bitcoin never go back. Like it's like once you get, it's like how many people do you know who got the internet and said, you know what? I'm going back to my fax machine. My fax machine is way better.
I'm going back to writing letters.
Yeah, or horse and buggy instead of a car, right?
Exactly, right. You're like fuel. I like horses are way better. I mean, there's some people who have horses and ride.
I would love to have a horse.
Me too. Me too, Hex. For sure.
5 more Bitcoin, and perhaps you can own one.
Yeah.
Or
on the Bitcoin version of your crowdfunder on the geyser.fund site. Now you see you've got lettering here on the page.
The lettering. I uploaded the lettering on that one. Yeah. So if you want to see the lettering, go on Geyser, check that out. You can read a little bit of the story and get an idea of what the lettering is going to look like as well. I'm still going to tweak the lettering. The word balloons, I'm experimenting with something stylish that I kind of want to refine a little bit.
That's the great thing about crowdfunding. You can put up enough to get people interested in, but you can tweak it, change it somewhat. I think, as long as it doesn't deviate just entirely from what you presented, I think people were satisfied, and especially if you're kind of making it better. How long have you worked on this project? Since 2022?
I mean, that's December 22, so you could say like 23.
Okay.
So
a couple years now? Almost
over 3 years. Like I developed the story the first year, which is kind of like the first draft was really problematic, but I threw everything in the kitchen sink at it. And I published a kind of prequel story that takes place hundreds of years before called RATEL Ancestors in magazine number 3. And I'm considering, if all goes well with the crowdfunding, I might add those 8 pages back into the book as a supplemental. So beef it up from 24 to 32 and more with supplemental stuff. I'm not making that promise yet because I'm waiting to see how everything's going to work out. But it's definitely an option that I can bring into the book.
That's great.
Now, this list of people here, are these your contributors?
Yeah, Bitcoin
I see.
contributor.
Harry Seldon is one of the here at the top.
Yeah,
he's
so-
he's Are you familiar with the Foundation book series?
No.
Isaac
yes,
Asimov.
yeah, yes, I read the
Yeah.
prelude to the Foundation, which is actually written afterwards. But
Yeah, that's right.
did that a long time ago.
Yeah, Harry Seldon, like he's the main character.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought that was interesting. And there's a TV show. There's an Apple TV series based on the Foundation. It's I really enjoy it, but it's it's full of race and gender swaps and and just like taking plot lines, like smaller plot lines and expanding them.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but so unlike the book series.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bitcoiners will always use pseudonyms and keep their anonymity because you want to protect your identity as much as possible.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to ask that earlier. Is that it seems like somebody could kidnap you, say, "Give me the codes," and that it kind of puts your life in danger.
Yeah, very much so. You have to be very careful. I'm not a multi-millionaire in Bitcoin, but like people who have been around, like especially the exchanges, people who have access to keys that hold incredible amounts of wealth. There's been kidnappings. There's been kidnappings of families. So you want to be very careful about that as well.
Oh God. So watch out for that guy who approaches you and says, "What's the frequency, Frederick? What's the frequency?"
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You got to stay safe.
That's true.
What's the code?
Bitcoin and bullets,
Yeah. And here, look at this. Devil Flyer.
Hey, look at that. All right. See if we can.
Yeah, we
get
picked
the
up a
numbers
couple
up.
backers within the last
Oh.
month.
Really?
Nice.
Congrats. Road to 5K.
This is Rex's baby.
That's
My baby. Your baby.
About $250 more, and we'll get to our next stretch goal for everyone.
All right.
Excited about the way things are going. We're getting printed up the first items of the campaign right now. Charter member cards have been printed up. I've got them right here.
It's good, man. That's
and
everything.
and that entitles you to free stuff sent to you in the mail from now on. Any backer gets the charter member card only on this campaign, or the Devil Flyer ash can that came out on Indiegogo a couple of years ago. You're automatically a charter member, and you'll get free stuff from now on, kind of like a Devil Flyer fan club.
Oh, that's
cool. So cool.
Fantastic.
I hope we get into decoder rings and all kinds of stuff. That's neat. And pin back pins, stickers, different magnets sent to you in the mail. There's a cover, the B cover, which is sort of the Golden Age cover. Yeah, you got drawn interior there for $80.
Cool.
Be drawn into the book. The first page, double page spread there at midnight. My first Western character will be in one of my two books that I do next. Of course, immediately following this campaign, we will go into the unseen artwork of John Buscema, a book that I and LZ are kind of putting together, and hopefully Glenn Fleming.
Oh,
wow.
There you go.
Then after we do the unseen
Where are you getting that?
Huh?
Where are you getting the artwork?
I have the originals right here.
Unseen only by your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to share all our collecting that we've had of his stuff in the back. We actually have some of the last project that he and Gil Kane worked on, which was for DC Comics, called the Blood of My Ancestors, sort of a Superman Elsewhere story.
Heck yeah.
And Gil Kane started that, and he died, and then John Buscema took it over, and then he passed away. And then Kevin O'Neill, I think, finished up the issue. Yeah, we have a Jimmy Reyes wraparound cover here.
That's cool.
Colored by John Dillard.
Best, man. The wraparounds are so cool.
God bless you, Jimmy.
Absolutely. Wraparound virgin cover there.
Is he Is he still with us? Or?
He's still around. That's why I heard.
You said God bless. I thought he passed
No,
away.
God bless him for doing
It's like
that. Looks good.
Yeah, this message from Duck Bacon confused me too.
Oh, what
Because
did
he was like R.I.P. DG. I'm like, what? And Dark Gift?
No, it's Dan Green. Dan Green.
Oh,
Dan Green.
Wait,
No, Dark Gift's dead. No.
All right,
Dan Green passed away a few
everybody
years
stay alive. You got to stay alive to read my comics.
Yes. Yeah, that would work if you're alive. You gotta
Yeah,
read
it was sad to hear that Dan Green passed away. I was like,
When did he pass away?
It was not too long ago. I think maybe after the 2020s. I don't know the exact year.
Oh, wow.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not too. It's pretty recent.
Google Sadly, I didn't realize it.
Talented inker. Good.
Oh,
2023 says Doug Bacon.
Oh, 2023. Okay. Yeah. 2 years ago. Yeah.
Doug Bacon. Here's the
hardback edition of
hardback.
Devil Flyer there,
Okay.
artist edition.
I'm loving those hardbacks, man. Like that's the norm. That's the standard in Europe. I'm so happy to see more Americans go hardback. It's because when you make a really good story with beautiful art, you want to preserve it. And floppies were kind of meant as throwaways, kind of like a remnant of the newspaper print.
Right.
Yeah.
So to see it evolve into hardcovers, like real books with a lot of worth, I think that's so fantastic.
And they had the annuals all the time. I wish we would do annuals over here like the UK.
We can.
Devil Flyer is magazine size, so it's more European size. And it will be saddle stitched. It will be stapled so that it lays nice and flat for you to read it. I don't like a lot of these crowdfunders that are square bound glued, because you almost damage them when you try and read them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Unless it's a huge
should I
book.
show this
We've
video?
employed over probably 25 people at this point, at some point, because I've been working on this for about like you have with RATEL, for like 3 years and stuff. It really kind of helps you develop the story in your head, doesn't it? That's probably the most precious thing, is to give your time to think about it and to improve on it, isn't it, Frederick?
Yeah, for sure. Like it takes time to build a good story, man. It
Absolutely.
doesn't. And to be honest, like even when I started drawing page one, because at some point I was like, okay, I've been through 3 drafts. I don't think the story's ever going to be in a perfect state. I need to get started. It was starting to itch at me, like I cannot just wait for the script to be revised and revised and revised. I got to get this started. And I got started on page 1.
Yeah.
And the stories continued to evolve as I was drawing all the 24 pages. And it's gotten so much richer now. And I knew that I had enough of the founding, the cornerstone of the story there. The villains were I had enough of the ideas, the general gist of it was there that I could get started. And especially since the lettering is not done on the original art, it's done after the words in digital, it was easy to add stuff, at least in the word balloon, dialogue, narration aspect of it. So I knew I could do some editing and tweaking on that level, as long as the visual storytelling was there in its essence. And I got started on it, and now it's done. I'm still tweaking some things. I'm getting some critiques, and some beta readers are coming back with me and stuff. And I'm adding what's missing. Everything is being polished and refined. This is not a first draft book. This has been through many stages before it's reached its final form.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you your own editor? You said you only have a colorist. Do you have another editor? I think that's for any project. Or you have friends that you've kind of floated this by?
Yeah. I don't have a formal editor, but I'm surrounded by authors. And I even submitted it to Mike Partika recently, who's a well-known critique on YouTube. And so all of their feedback has been invaluable. I've taken never 100%, but somewhere from 80 to 95% of the critique. I've taken into account and fixed. I found that you can't fix 100% of people's comments. Sometimes the stuff is drawn and you got to kind of work around it. But 80 to 95% of everything that's come back has been fixed. and improved upon, and it's made a huge difference to the story. I'm getting good feedback, especially about the pacing. Like, people like the pacing of the story. I initially, when I wrote the script of this book, everything was like about twice as long. So I had to cut every scene down into half, and that just compresses the essence of it. It's kind of the same thing with movies, right? You got to cut the fat. Like George Lucas used to say, faster and more intense. So that kind of
I had a girl tell me that once.
That
What?
Ba-dum-bum.
Oh, ba-dum-bum. Yeah, that's what she said. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum.
I think that kind of constraint makes the book better, to be honest. Because
So what's the solution besides you sort of proselytizing, I guess, wanting to change people's hearts and minds, right, about what's going on in your country of Canada? How does your country change? I take it that Quebec, is it more conservative, liberal, a mix? What kind of environment are you living in as sort of like a Canadian conservative?
Yeah, I'm living in this.
Would you even describe yourself as that?
Yeah, I do now. I mean, I grew up as an artist, went to art school. That's hugely liberal. I was like very much left leaning growing up, as a lot of artists are, right? And kind of a mixture of finding Bitcoin and a mixture of seeing what the horrible things the left has been doing, and understanding the Marxist kind of like disease that's been going into education, and seeing the roots of that and what it is. Those all pushed me to become more and more conservative. I mean, I have conservative parents, so I've been raised that way. So I'm just finding my roots again, coming back to my roots. And Bitcoin gives you, like most Bitcoiners are very conservative, because when you find wealth, when you have some access to generational wealth, you want to keep it. And you don't want a communist regime that just steals people's wealth and distributes
Can you
it.
distill it down? Is this like, from what I'm getting, is it like a hedge against the future, a security against the future, almost like insurance?
It's digital gold. It's
Digital
generational
gold that's very fluid and can be that crosses borders with its appeal to people.
Exactly. It's the internet of money that some people call it. Right? So
It's true.
Gold can be seized by the government, as we've seen in the 30s. Now we have a form that can cross borders, can be saved in your mind, and cannot be seized. So this is kind of game
and cannot
over.
be stolen from you.
Well, it can be stolen if you don't have good security practices. But if you learn about it and you're careful about it, no one can take it from you.
Can it die with you? And then if someone dies without the codes, it seems like it's hanging out there with unclaimed and will never be sold.
You can be buried with it like an Egyptian god, and Egyptian pharaoh. If you destroy all traces of the code, it can come. It can go with you. It doesn't literally go with you, but it will never move again on the blockchain. So that
But you could gift it to someone, and will that work out?
Yeah,
Just write
You
down
wouldn't have to
12 words.
You wouldn't have to suffer gift tax,
if you put the
inheritance tax.
they wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
That's very popular in South Korea, because South Korea has a 50% inheritance tax. They are crazy. So Bitcoin blew up over there because it was the only way to pass on wealth without the government overseeing it. So it's bypassing all the restrictions. It's meant to be money that exists so it thrives when it's illegal, and it thrives when it is legal. So it's kind of anti-fragile.
Is the you have a channel and you kind of focused on the subject of Bitcoin, which you do in your comic book, and you did like web design, I know, and your early videos on that. What what are some things that you're doing to reach out to other Bitcoin owners to promote your comic? Or is that even a crowd that even likes comics or buys comics?
And not everyone is into comics. A lot of people are, though. A lot of Bitcoiners are geeks, right? They're computer geeks, so they grew up with comics as well. Like, you'd be surprised the number of computer hackers and geeks that tell me, yeah, I used to draw when I was a kid, but I went into computers. I was the same thing. I was doing computer work as much. So it's very, very common. So I'm reaching out to them. Last year, I went to a lot of conferences. I went to Expo, this page, along with page 1, in El Salvador, because El Salvador has adopted Bitcoin as its legal tender. So I went to a conference called Adopting Bitcoin down there.
Do you see other nations doing that in the future?
There's is it Thailand or some other region, country in that region is mining Bitcoin to pay its civil servants, so they don't have to require taxes from people to fund the government pencil pushers, for lack of a better word. The bureaucracy is being funded with Bitcoin mining. A lot of the smaller countries that are under sanctions from America are mining Bitcoin because it's the only way they can go around the sanctions. So, like, I think Russia as well. Like, there's even people like Russian scientists used to use the government computers to mine Bitcoin, and they got caught. So a lot of it is happening knowingly, and a lot of it, I imagine, is happening unknowingly at the same time.
Are there any other comics out there that are kind of hitting on the topic of this currency in there?
A little bit, but not in the positive way that I am. So we saw, what's his name? The guy that took his life away a couple of years ago.
Ed
Piscor.
Ed
Piscor, yeah.
He had a book about the dark web, so the subject of Bitcoin was in there.
Is it WYSIWYG?
I don't know. I think it's Red Room.
A Red Room.
Red
Room.
Notice
Right,
the only question that he did not answer of mine is how long he's been inspector. And do you have an octopus ring? I just want to know. Anyway, Hell Hydra. Let's go through the tiers, Hex. Let's see what's on this campaign.
Yes, and I want to mention while on here, we got another backer. So
oh yeah, baby. Thank you.
And we are at 32. This brings us to 995.
Okay, let me refresh that.
Which means that the next backer is going to take us over 1,000. Even if you back digitally right now, you're taking us over 1K.
32. Oh wow, look at that.
Oh, $5.
$5.
Come on.
$5 away. One
Hey,
digital backer takes us over 1,000.
Homer says Red Room was trash.
Yeah, I didn't find. I flipped through it in the shops. I didn't find it appealing.
You didn't flip through it and fall apart, did you?
It was intriguing.
No, Johnny Phantasm.
Trashy.
Did you get a replacement for that book that fell apart on you?
No, I didn't want it. That's okay.
Okay,
that's fine.
Yeah, let's go through the tiers here real quick.
Oh, how you doing, Snow? Nice to see you.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to my channel.
Yeah, and hello to Homer Glitch. Nice to see you, man. I did not read Red Room. Thanks for your feedback. It's good to know me. I wasn't really attracted to that. It's much more like underground style. And those are not topics I'm really interested in, like the dark side of the dark web.
Your concept here is very unique. Is much more appealing.
I'm bringing back heroic values. Right. It's much more like you can give this to a young man like who's just turned 10 or something, and he'll understand the gist of the story and get value from it. And once you grow older and learn more, you'll see other dimensions to the story that just add to it as well.
Agreed, Watcher.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted something that brings back hope into the world. Light and positivity. We have so much darkness in the world right now.
How did you pick the platform of Fund My Comic? Because Devil Flyer's over there, my own project. So was Apex's and Hex's project are over on Fund My Comic. Why Fund My Comic?
A lot of reasons. I mean, first, I trust Luke Stone. I know he's stood up to censorship. It also just the math. Like he brought the percentage that FMC takes is like 1%, which is low, the lowest you see anywhere.
Started out at 3% and it went down.
Then he brought down to 2%. Then he says, "Okay, I'm going to give 1% if you're exclusive to Fund My Comic." So I was like, "Okay, well, I'll go with 2% because I knew I was going to do Geyser as well." But he just brought it down to 1 regardless. So I'm like, "Okay, this is like fantastic what he's doing." So I'm always going to be faithful to FMC for that, for sure. Just a huge boon to it, to using FMC. So I'm happy to be working
for sure.
I agree.
Yeah. And here's cover B. Did you did all the line work?
Yes, and
I
did the colors for the covers as well.
Oh, really? It's a good colors.
Yeah, I used Krita free software, which works very well. I've been getting back into colors and really enjoying it.
That's good.
And yeah.
How long have you been working and doing digital colors? Or I assume that's how you do it.
Yeah, I mean, back in my college days was when I first got exposed to Photoshop. I think it was early version of Photoshop back in the day. So I've been playing with it all the way back then. So I've been learning the techniques here and there, but I've been kind of putting it aside for the past couple of decades, just doing vector art mostly recently. So
what's your vector, Victor?
Yeah, been playing with Inkscape. I'm very much a free software guy, so everything that's free software for creativity, art, free software is where I'm at.
Yes.
Okay, let's go through the tiers real quick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Shall
we go back to the beginning? Okay,
Yeah.
so you got your $6.25. Why $6.25?
So
you expect me to talk? No, I expect you to die, Mr. Bond.
There we go. That's the best quote in all the Bond movies, to be honest.
I love it.
So why 625? So as much as the main theme is Bitcoin, and I wanted to keep Bitcoin numbers, so this is the closest numbers that are related to Bitcoin that has the value that I wanted to provide to people. So remember when I was telling you that the initial Bitcoin block reward was 50, then it drops down to 25, 12.50, 625, 3.125. So I've been using those numbers because it really has a lot of meaning for Bitcoiners as well. And I'm trying to keep the essence of it. So the more you learn about Bitcoin, you'll go back to these books and see, wow, there's like meaning in every number in the book, even the addresses on the houses all have meaning.
Cool.
A little insider Easter eggs.
There's Easter eggs. You don't need to know it to
now where does this take place, and what's the age group for this? Age appropriate?
Right. So I'm thinking starting from 10 years old, because this is basically like a superhero book. There's there's big breasted women, but they're all wearing clothes, they look beautiful. You got beautiful men and women, but they're all dressed, and it's cartoon violence. So
are you building an interesting rogues gallery, because your hero's only as interesting as the conflicts and the people that he comes up against, right?
Absolutely. So the arch villain, the top honcho, is called Bankman.
Yeah. I will take your mortgage away from you.
It's so simple. I liked it, and because one of the criminals who was like funneling money to the Democratic Party was called Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh wow!
I was like,
it's so easy to from there to go to Sam Bankster fraud. Sam Bankster fraud.
Yeah,
now, he's not gonna be tied up and put on a train track anytime soon, is he?
How did you get your hands on my script, Rex? I need to know that.
Ah, what's up with that, Rex?
Who
Come
gave
on.
you a
As I
copy?
twirl my mustache.
Ah,
So yeah, so I just thought it was so comic booky of a name that I'm like, okay, let's just go with Bankman. It's
I like it.
perfect. It's
So
perfect.
where does this take place? Obviously in the city, but now you've got
if you-
him in different
if you scroll
locales
up-
within the story, right?
Yeah, so it takes place in Montreal. So
Okay, exclusively in Montreal.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
very much in the first arc. It's exclusively in Montreal, so it's a metropolis that we haven't visited much in comic book stories, but it's as rich as New York or Metropolis or any other story city in comics.
Will he go out of the Canadian borders with some of these stories, or will he exclusively kind of stay in this arc in Canada?
Yes, but it's not planned within the first arc. But I would love to have him go down to El Salvador, for example, because it's such an important country in terms of Bitcoin. But those books are not written yet. So
And maybe Nepal. Didn't you say Nepal was sort of
so
big? And
don't know if it's Nepal. I think it's maybe is it Thailand or some other I'd have
Thailand.
to.
Okay.
I'd have to. I don't know if it's Thailand or some other region in that area. But yes, it's something I
Are
want
there?
to do for the future, but not for the not.
Now you
not
said
for the-
Biden was kind of fighting the Bitcoin. Was not for the last 4 years he wasn't conducive to Bitcoin. Was trying to downplay the importance of Bitcoin and trying to go with other means to control the financial circuit. Are there any other nations out there that you know of that are really fighting the Bitcoin craze?
I mean, China. China's been pretty much anti-Bitcoin, but it
Oh,
doesn't.
that would be a great place for RATEL to be captured.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, there you go.
Well, that's why the Tiger Twins are in the story, because there's a lot of Chinese police stations in Canada now.
Really?
No surprise, really. No.
Yeah, there was one in New York as well. It happens not
Yeah,
just
they
in
do.
Canada.
Right.
They closed it down in New York, but there's still Chinese police stations in Canada. We have Chinese military doing training out in the West in Canada. So
That doesn't bode well. That doesn't sound well at all.
no,
Yeah.
exactly.
Training
So
for what?
this comic is kind of without it being a one-to-one with the real world, it kind of opens your mind to these concepts, so that I want kids to be able to read a fictitious story, but that will kind of have the building blocks for them to understand the world we're living in right now.
Now, are you a family
That's
man?
bringing-
Not to dox anybody, but are you a family man? Are you single? What?
No. Unfortunately, I'm not married and don't have any children, so I can devote a lot of time to this project. But
Okay.
I mean, story's not over yet, but it's hard to meet people in post-COVID Canada. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
it's very liberal. Everyone just absolutely has TDS here to an insane degree, except the Bitcoiners. Bitcoiners understand, the value of conservatism, but it's not common. You have to go in small villages to find conservatives. I mean, it's kind of like the United States.
Homer says, "Why is China in Canada? What the hell?" Well, I mean, China's going to a communist country, wants to take over the world, right? I mean,
Yeah.
and convert everybody.
Yeah, it's
much
called the
like
Long
radical
March.
Islam.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So,
Long
yeah.
March.
We've seen a lot of farmland and other properties bought in America by out
Yeah.
Oh,
of
they're
China.
stopping
And I
that. They're
think,
putting an end to that now.
Yeah, they
I
are.
think we're
Thankfully.
definitely putting an end to that. They own a lot of property next to military outposts so that they can spy
Yeah.
on the activities on those posts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's
That
been
can't be healthy for America. I mean, over Biden, we had the balloons fly overhead and map everything.
8 days.
Yeah,
It was shot down.
Canadian intelligence services have declared that multiple top politicians have been compromised by China, but they're not telling us which ones.
And cyber hacking is a major part of the war, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean so the time period we're in what's called fifth generational warfare. So we're no longer fighting in trenches on the battlefield. We're fighting at the in terms of media, right? Who controls the media? Who controls access to
The
information?
narrative. Yeah.
Who controls the propaganda, building the
Yeah.
narrative? Exactly. So we're in fifth generational warfare. People are being attacked and they don't know they're being attacked.
Now, I imagine China
Yeah.
has tried to attack Bitcoin quite a bit in the past and hack into it, right? Or are they?
Yeah, everybody's trying to attack Bitcoin that has some form of power. They try to make it illegal, but you can't. What are you going to attack? It's decentralized. Where are you going to hit?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
mean, they've taken
that's
over.
really you would say that China and other nations, some of these nations that want to maintain a financial control are against Bitcoin and what it stands for.
Well, they don't want their people to take money out of China, right?
Yeah.
So you have like Chinese celebrities buying homes in France, and they're getting caught. They're getting seized. The only way you can take money out of China is through Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So no one knows that you're linked to a string of numbers and letters. They can't put the 2 and 2 together if you're careful. So it's the way to go. That's how you react to
Anonymity with your investing.
Yeah, it's so the Bitcoin blockchain is called pseudo anonymous. So it's your name's not in there. It's just a string of letters and numbers. So if you're careful not to link those two publicly, you will remain anonymous. And there's a way to there's tumblers, there's mixers that people who want to anonymize their Bitcoin get together and mix all their money together, and then the Bitcoin splits off, so you can't trace which came from where. A lot of techniques, and there's a second layer to Bitcoin that's called Lightning, which is faster than credit card transactions, which is what people use to buy small things like coffees and just purchases at conferences. They use what's called the Lightning Network. That is anonymous because everything that happens in the Lightning, it doesn't go back to on-chain. So when you do go back to on-chain, there's no traces of what happened in the Lightning space.
And
So
you can
there's
buy and sell basically all done on a computer, right?
yes, exactly.
The
Like
exchange.
I can buy things with Bitcoin online. I could buy a computer right now if I wanted to.
Do you see an uptick in that where people are accepting Bitcoin more readily?
Yeah,
To
I mean,
purchase
I'm
things?
doing my crowdfunding
Growing.
partly in Bitcoin, so
Right,
I've got
right.
about 1/3 of it is
And
in Bitcoin.
how hard was that to set up, or was it already part of the platform on Fund My Comic?
No, it's not on Fund My Comic. It was too much. I knew it was too much for FMCs that I did not approach Luke Stone about that because it would have been a long. I just wanted to. So
Okay.
luckily, Geyser exists. Geyser.fund exists. It's there, and you don't even need Bitcoin to support me on Geyser. You can go in with your credit card, like it says Visa contribute. You can pay with Visa on there, and I get Bitcoin. Now, the beautiful thing about Geyser is, on Kickstarter, you get your money at the end of the project.
Yeah.
On my comic, I think it's on a monthly basis. On Bitcoin, I get the money instantly when you back me. So when a backer sends Bitcoin, it takes 5% off Geyser, and I get the Bitcoin instantly within the second. So the second you send it to me, I can go and spend it completely. That's why they call it digital cash, because it's instant, and I have complete possession of it. It goes straight into my wallet that I control. It's not kept at Geyser. It's Lightning directly.
How do you spell geyser?
GEYSER.fund. Yeah, Quantum Mage Games has posted the link in the chat.
Geyser.
Oh, that's me.
Thank you. Okay.
I am Quantum Age Comics and Quantum
Thank
Age
you,
Games.
Mr. Quantum.
Thank you, Hex.
Hex. Very cool.
Yeah, this is the site we're looking at now.
Oh, Geyser site?
Yeah, this is the Geyser site. It has the lettering on it and everything.
Yeah, there's two things you can buy on there that you can't buy on FMC. So if you want like a pin, a metallic pin with it's made by BTC Pins, I kept that as an exclusive for Bitcoin, as well as if you want to buy a batch of 10 books at a rebate, what I call the retail pack, those are only available on Geyser.
Sweet.
And since we passed the $1,000 mark with both sites combined, almost at the $1,000 mark just on FMC, everyone's going to be receiving a trading card with their order.
Nice.
See, that's the pin. That's the BTC pin with the enamel pin. The blue is a blue enamel, and then you have the white and orange, which silk screen with a gold-plated border. They are absolutely gorgeous pins with the RATEL emblem there.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Geyser to $1,000.
You got quite an operation. Yeah, Geyser.
Yeah. And to answer your questions, it was not perfectly easy. Like there was a few things to set up. You have to have like your Lightning node to receive. Takes a little bit of work. So it's not necessarily for a Bitcoin newcomer. You have to know and understand things a little bit to be able to work that, I would say.
That's cool.
But if you do a little bit of work and you get into it, because I know, the Bitcoin space is very incestuous in the sense that it's all Bitcoin projects at the moment, but Bitcoiners want to attract writers and authors that are not Bitcoiner centric. They want the space to grow, like any space, right? You want your space to grow, so they want to attract you guys. I'm hoping to build a bridge between both spaces. I want to introduce Bitcoin to Comixgate, and I want to introduce Comixgate to Bitcoiners, because I think Bitcoiners will love the conservative aspect, the anti-censorship attitude. We share a lot of values between both spaces, and I'm hoping to be a bridge between the two.
Well, how do you do, Bitcoin?
How do you do Bitcoin? Absolutely.
How do you do?
I'm all in. That's for sure.
It's a pleasure.
Oh.
Actually, I have a coin account and something else, another app that I just never use.
I had one too, and somehow
Coin.
I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, I built up another one.
I wonder if
another Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah,
be great.
Base. What about Base? There's one called Base.
Coinbase.
A platform.
There's a lot of exchanges. Like Swan is a good one in the United States. What you want to remember is you want to take it out of the exchange and onto your own wallet. So a wallet is an application on your phone, on your computer, or you can purchase a hardware wallet once you get serious in the space. But you want to take it off the exchange because on the exchange, it's only a promissory note, right? So just like a bank, they could sell the same Bitcoin to multiple people and you wouldn't even know it. Once you take possession of it on your wallet, now it's under your control. Now you can have access to your 12 or 24 words, and you write those down on a piece of paper, put it in a safe, and then you control the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin, you can now say the Bitcoin is yours. When it's in the exchange, it's like a bank, which is Bitcoin was made to make banks irrelevant. You become the bank with Bitcoin.
That's the way it should be. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow. These are exciting times.
Right?
Absolutely.
We are living in the Chinese curse. Interesting times.
We are in the future. As William Gibson used to say, the future is now. It's just not evenly distributed yet.
It's true. Yeah.
Beautiful sentiment.
Man, what a great project.
Thank you, Apex.
It's really, really powerful. It's one of our better episodes, in my opinion. I mean, such information, education right here. All in this episode.
A lot less of my dad jokes and my silliness.
Right. I mean, hey guys, please share this to different formats. This is a beautiful, beautiful episode today.
Thank you.
I said it.
Yes. Frederick will be on my show. Hello, Comixgate. It's just Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central or 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'll have him on there, and I'll invite a few other people if they want to come in on the panel. So I have some fun times promoting Frederick's project. See if we get him over $1,000 this weekend. It'd be nice.
Choppy Theater.
New character inspired by Steve Ditko.
Steve
Ditko yesterday. We talking to him on Feature Friday.
What was that character?
On daily Devil Flyer. We do
Who
a
are those
daily show at
characters,
4
right? Do you
Central.
just
And
point
Bog
out?
Oh, that's cool.
cover that I finished
Oh,
that will
that's
be in
good, man.
Oh yeah.
the art
Nice.
book, and then
That's great.
I'm doing a Bog at least an 8-page story probably
You should.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, get more of your art out there.
All right.
Yeah, we
Well,
got
we've gone a little long today.
a little bit long.
Yes,
I haven't put my
Not
campaign
one
out there
Porky
yet.
Pig. Not one.
Right?
Not one Porky Pig.
Not even FemBat yet? Oh no.
FemBat.
FemBat.
Well,
That's the
thank
last
you.
one we put. Yeah.
What's
you.
FemBat?
Oh.
Yeah, what is
It's my
FemBat?
project. I'm
We're
Find
not
My
gonna go
Gun.
into that. Okay, yeah, he's
Dude,
so
we're
close to
$10 away
$2,000.
from
Oh, look at
$2,000.
that.
That is so cool.
New
Thank you.
T-shirts added to the campaign.
Yes,
Mm.
guys, a big sale. Get a book and a T-shirt for $40.
Apex, we need a backer to buy RATEL and FemBat to throw us
Yes.
both over the $10,000
There you go,
You're
Dan
right.
Lawless.
There
How
you go.
close are we
Next
to the
season.
Dan Lawless trading card?
That's right.
Yes, you can get a Dan Lawless book and a Dan Lawless shirt.
So
Bam.
good.
Oh,
That's
or whatever you want.
gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you, Dan
Did
Lawless.
did I go past that already?
Oh, yeah,
Oh no, that
not
I just
yet.
want to see that real quick. Oh wow, look at this.
There we
Okay, yeah, I've never seen this.
Oh yeah,
Sweet.
man. I got the T-shirts. Yeah,
Huh?
no
And
backers
the
yet on the
OG.
shirts.
Back it today. Back it often.
Today.
Back it now.
Yo yo.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's a great idea. Putting Dan Lawless on a T-shirt.
It is. It really is, man.
Yeah.
It's took me 3 years to do. I created the character back in 1998, and the
Mhm.
first appearance was in a Cartoonist Northwest newsletter, and I did like 5 one-page segments. I was gonna put them out in like one of those little major type city magazines that you get for free and you distribute out there in newsstands, and I never got around to it. So I said, 20 years after that, in 2019, I broke out my my art folios, see what kind of art I have in there. I found FemBat, started drawing it, writing it, fleshed it all out into 56 wonderful pages of glorious black and white horror, superhero action with a bit of comedy.
Oh, that's an AKA pad drawing. I recognize.
Yes, look
His
how much
style. He has such a unique style.
energy.
Thinking.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, I love the fan art.
I will be putting an AKA pad piece of artwork up on the campaign pretty soon of Devil Flyer. First thing he ever did for me.
That'd be great.
Mm.
So yeah, we've got a go-go dancer, Olivia Del Rey, gets bit by a tall, dark stranger who happens to be a vampire. So the next
That's
day she
me.
gains, yeah, it could be, it could have been X. Who knows? Anyway, she gains all these wonderful vampire powers. At the same time, she can't go out in the daylight, can't go to church, and she can't see her reflection in the mirror. So she spends about 50 years trying to find this interloper who bit her.
How does she put makeup on?
That was a good question that another one, another person asked me on that.
Those are the real questions we want
That
to know.
is a real question. She doesn't really wear much makeup, so there you go.
I mean, I could see her put makeup on, and then the face would appear in the mirror, right? You'd like,
Right, it should.
just the makeup floating.
Yeah, floating and then, right?
She could probably do that
Good
to
point.
see her face. You just see like no eyes, but just like a floating.
Yeah, like the
face.
Invisible Man.
Yes, yes,
Like
except
that.
it's the makeup woman, you know.
I remember on The Simpsons they had a makeup shotgun.
Oh yeah.
And Homer shot Marge in the face with the makeup shotgun, but
Yeah.
the paint was like on the side of her face. It was like
That's wild. But yeah, she
good
meets
aim.
Olivia meets up with a scientist who develops the FemBat armor, enable her to fight all monsters and demons and anything that goes bump in the night. And she meets a couple of friends along the way. And it's a wonderful 3 years of my life putting this all together. And I have this kind of quirky Bronze Age art style that my influences are like Neil
very
Adams,
appealing.
Gil Kane, and some John Byrne thrown in. too, and some Dave Cockrum. I have a Dave Cockrum influence when I designed the FemBat uniform. That's something that Dave Cockrum would made have ran across in one of his designs. But it's like,
Homer says, refresh RATEL. Fund my account.
Oh, refresh RATEL. Do that. Let's see what RATEL's got. So yeah, that's my campaign, guys. Check it out. I'll play the trailer first before we do that, and then we'll get back to it. Or yeah, just refresh right now.
I'll play the trailers when we
if you want. Whatever you want to do.
All right, cool. 32 backers here.
Drum roll, please.
33.
Hey,
somebody's a Freemason.
On this show, we got RATEL to $1,000.
Illuminati confirmed.
Yes, you're an official. Officially,
on the Hex, Rex, and Apex show, RATEL reached.
No. It's the Rex, Hex, and Apex show.
Oh, Rex, Hex, and Apex.
Let's get it straight.
I'll make sure.
But we are on Hex's channel, and it was one of the better shows.
It was, man.
Thank you so much, guys.
Omer says, "I back."
200.
Omer saved today. Thank you, Omer.
Thank you, Omer.
Glitch, man.
Way to go, man.
Thank you. He's not a man of means, so when he backs something, he believes in it.
He
I
does.
appreciate that so much.
You're an officially a 33rd degree Mason.
I want to say
making
something
a difference every day on the Rex, Hex, and Ape. Well, every month.
Frederick wants to say something here. Let's
I want to say something to Omer. You're going to really appreciate this comic because I have a fan art section with Peter DeLuca and Nick Ferret and an original Omer glitch piece in there.
There you go.
Hell yeah. I got to draw something. I got to draw RATEL then.
And guys, by the time we do the next Rex, Hex, and Apex show, I'll have my fan art for a Devil Flyer and FemBat, the different FemBat. I've got to do the Midnight. Yeah, Midnight. And finish that other Devil Flyer picture.
Thank you so much.
I hope you do get it done because I do.
You taking me over 1,000.
I do plan on getting a fan art section put into the book. So
yeah,
you know it, man. You gotta have it.
Yeah, I did not expect to have fan art for a book one. Omer kicked it off. He's the one that did the first piece of fan art. I was like, wow, I can add that in the back of the book. That would be fantastic. Then Peter DeLuca jumped on board. And Tank Ferret did a piece recently. I was blown away. I did not know fan art was a thing for a book one. To do that shows you the amount of participation and support within this community.
Yeah, Comics Greatest Gate. I mean, Comics Gate is great. I said Comics Greatest Gate. No,
Comics Gate is great.
Comics Gate. Thank you, Comics Gate.
Hibbity jibbity jibbity and a rat tat tat.
Woo! Yeah.
Excuse my hibbity jibbity.
Hibbity jibbity.
Oh yeah. So yeah, thanks for coming on, man. And we better get out of here.
My
pleasure. I'm gonna wrap it up with the Devil Flyer and Apex FemBat videos.
Thank you.
And maybe even the Nephilim Squadron video. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So everybody, where can we see each of you? Let's start with Rex. Rex, where can we see you and hear you?
You can see me daily on the 4 o'clock shadow on YouTube. Of course, we broadcast also to X and Facebook daily. You can find me on Topic List on Tuesdays, drawing when I don't work at nights, because I do work at nights a lot. And I'll be working sadly this coming Tuesday. You can find me sometimes on Red Valkyrie on the Regen show on Friday. You can find me on Apex After Dark sometimes on Saturday nights.
We're going to have one tonight at Draw Stream.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock. So I'll send you a link.
Draw Stream. Okay.
Yeah, I think Frederick may come on as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm free tonight. So I think I can make it. We'll make it happen. We'll draw. I got stuff to draw as well on the drawing table.
Let's get this man to $2,000.
Hey, yeah, man.
We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, when is this going to conclude? When do you see that you're going to start fulfilling?
Yeah, I not knowing too much about how crowdfundings last and all that. I decided to do a 3-month
okay
period for it. I Maybe I did it a little bit too long. I don't know.
Well, the good thing about, having it up on your own site, or you can keep it running, or, having it on Phone My Comic, you can put it in like in demand, in storefront, they call it. And, people can get their books and start reviewing it and maybe get you some additional business if you still have it up.
Yeah.
If you take it down, you're kind of losing that market, I think.
Yeah, and it's also to
Unless-
give like my colorist some time to finish the rest of the book, and whatever I get in funding for at the December 6th mark is what I'm going to be ordering at the printer, with of course a percentage extra for destroyed copies or damaged copies and things like that.
Right, overprint.
And I'm going to be taking a vacation after December 6th for the holidays, and maybe get into writing the second book at that point. I think I'm going to be doing reading a lot of stuff. And
what percentage of the book is done? Is coloring the only thing that you have?
Yeah, coloring, and then I'll, of course, like pre-press is going to be needed to be done after that. But the coloring is halfway done, so my colorist is at the halfway point.
And I meant to ask you, what's the page count on this, and is it going to be square bound, stitched, or what?
So it's 24 pages. I'm looking to get it printed with Peter Samedi, so to have it like newsprint style, like the old comic.
Oh yeah.
With maybe like a heavy weight on the covers.
Mhm.
So that's the plan. I got
That's the only thing he doesn't print. He actually sends the covers out to be printed somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my plan for it.
And I suppose you could do specialty covers with that, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know if he does.
Because since Peter Samedi will be printing the interiors, he's probably putting the covers together. I would imagine it depends on the printers he'll be using for the covers, because he's the one that's going to be delegating those. So I haven't talked to him in terms. So I think I'm going to be staying away from special covers from issue 1.
Probably smart. Yeah, build your audience up. Your
even
backers.
doing 3 covers is kind of crazy, but I got a lot of backers. I think 5 backers who took all 3 covers. So that's incredible support from the collectors out there who want all 3 covers. So it's just fun to have. It's fun to have 3 different covers. It also serves as a vote for which covers people like as well. I find that good feedback too.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, Frederick, it's been lovely.
It's an honor,
likewise. Great conversation. Thanks for
Lovely
having me
and
on, guys.
in 3D.
Yeah. We need a 3D episode of this. Ooh. Why not?
Yeah, and thanks again for Rex for carrying the stream once again.
Yeah.
Great questions. You guys are legit curious, and it's fun to be discussing in detail stuff that when people are curious to learn more.
Well, we all have something in common besides humanity. Oh, hell, there's another one.
Another cat.
Oh, wait a minute. Did this cat eat the other cat?
We all love comics. We all love the process. And check out Nephilim Squadron. Check out Devil Flyer. Check out RATEL. Check out FemBat. All up.
What are you going to be
Fun My
doing,
Comic.
Apex?
I will have a draw stream on Apex After Dark tonight at 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Eastern.
Cool.
I'll invite, of course, my co-hosts, Rex here and Frédéric Guimont. Come on and
and maybe we'll get some work done, huh?
Yeah, get some work done.
Show how the sausage is made.
Yeah. And Hex, if you're free, you come on in if you want.
One last question, Frederick. How many cats do you own?
I have 2 cats. So I got this black cat first, but he was like super dependent affectionately. So I had to get him a sister so he could like torture and run around the house and beat her up and stuff to pass the time.
Yum. He beat her up.
Yeah. I need to get a companion for Winston.
X Allen's not coming back to Earth anytime soon. I'm just saying.
I still
yeah. I know. It's my social anxiety.
Stay away from humans, man. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, man.
Humans
so
I'll have lunch. It's on Omer. He backed the book.
Omer, thank you, Omer, man. Thank you, everybody who backed. He
knows a good project when he sees it.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
He's the one who pushed
He's
it
got-
over 1,000.
He's got
that's
quality
big,
taste.
Big marker.
Only,
Big marker.
only, the only time he's not quality is when he comes on my show. Then it all goes to hell. Not really. You're a great guy. Love you.
Yeah, quality tastes like Burger King, right?
Yeah. Taste the rainbow. No, wait.
All right, everybody.
Let's
get out of here. Thank you, chat. Thank you,
Oh,
everybody,
sorry
for
about
chiming in and watching
Thanks
on
for
different
coming on,
platforms.
Frederick, with your cats.
The next episode will
Or
be
should
on
I
my
call
channel.
you Blofeld?
Yeah.
Is there hair under that hat?
Oh yeah. I don't own my hair. so-
Whoa, not much, but yeah.
Nice.
There we
Just
go.
lost there.
Forehead.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the next Rex 6 Apex will be on my channel. I'll have Jason Bascom.
I'm loving it.
Oh yeah.
And
finally.
Unhinged with Ink Spots will be there
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Both those guys. October 4th.
I know Jason's going to be unhinged with ink spots all over his body. Is that?
I think so. That's how it works out.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Watch
Hello.
our videos.
Have
back
a
our books.
great weekend.
Yes.
Ciao
And,
for now.
With
Keep
us on the draw
collecting.
screen tonight.
Keep collecting.
Apex After
Yes.
Dark.
Yes.
Yes.
Ciao, babies.
Hey, you, sci-fi fan. Are you finally ready to have your head explode? Never before seen sci-fi action. A strange new world. Exotic technology. Kick-ass characters. And a story that will turn your mind inside out. Nephilim Squadron, Volume 1. Available now on fundmycomic.com.